Woo.
We
I'm pulling
live,
up
nigga. What up? Woo. BCAs, pro BCAs from Optimum Nutrition. Sponsor, brother, if you want to. Mix that with your kale. Lord have mercy. Good as hell. Negates the kale completely. Holla at me, Optimum Nutrition. Please.
How many M's did you put in there? Optimum.
Boy, you got to hold it when it's good, man. You got to hold it. Divided Union, episode 5. We back in the building. We've been ghost for a little bit. B, what's been going on with you? Get the people an update.
Not shit. Honestly, trying to, I guess, get another source of income. About to start selling some supplements and buying houses and flipping them shits.
Okay, big money.
Cool, man. Yes,
okay,
sir.
big
Trying
money. Oh, shit. All right, Zach, what
Yes, sir.
you got going on, man? You've been traveling a lot. Tell us about that, man. What's going on?
Man, I don't even remember what states I've been in now. This is the
Goddamn,
first time.
Shit,
The first
man.
time in like a month that I've been home for more than 2 days. Florida, North Carolina, Alabama, everywhere. I think I broke my hand today.
God damn. You broke it.
Playing basketball, man. Got slapped right in the hand. Cracked.
Damn, did you go to that gym that you weren't supposed to go to?
Nah, man. Went to the good one, but like I felt my hand crack right down the middle. And I feel it all the way up my arm.
That's an NBA foul.
Yeah.
Boy, you know it's
That shit goes to
playoff
the
season,
spirit.
boy. People taking that to heart, man. Oh yeah, shout out the show that you own coming up, man. I know you might not know the dates, but let motherfuckers know you own that a little bit.
Oh yeah, Dunk Kings. Should be. I think they haven't even told the actual date, but it's during the Western Conference Finals. I think I don't know how many episodes they're gonna split it up during, but I will be under the goal, so I probably should be right in frame during the best dunks, at least during the finals. So I'll be there.
Are you doing anything or just standing there?
Oh no, man! I was
He's dunking, boy.
yeah.
I mean, he competing, man.
Well, prop.
No, man, that was a pretty cool experience. Got to go see all that. It was actually like 8 or 9 months ago. Of course, I can't really say anything about what happens. I think legally, just I was there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shaq and Chuck and Brent Barry and Kenny Smith in person. That was pretty cool. And I can definitely say that Charles Barkley is wider than Shaq.
Now dunk truck, boy.
Because we were I had to go wait in the hallway while they were setting up the seats courtside before they started filming. And I saw Brent Barry walk through. I was like, oh, wow, he looks like a regular dude. I mean, he's tall, but he was pretty nice, greeted everybody. And Kenny Smith came through, same thing, gave everybody like a fist bump or whatever. And Shaq came through, and he had to turn sideways to get through the hall because it's like this little side hall. And then I was like, God damn, he's really huge, which I already knew that, but Charles Barkley came through, and he really had to turn sideways and walk over.
That motherfucker had to lay down and slide.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and start off with the motherfucking NBA playoffs. I don't know if y'all been keeping up, but your boy had the privilege, of course, you two know already. Your boy had the privilege of going live to see them Hawks get swept and cleaned on up. It was actually a pretty close game. You know what I'm saying? Had some nice little corner seats. And live and in person, I've been to NBA games, but that was the closest I ever been. There's some nice little premium seats. I saw Benji's boy, what's his name? Young DC Fly, DC Young Fly. What's his name, B? What's his name?
DC Young Fly, bro.
Yeah,
Fuck you
man.
mean?
So we in the premium section, actually turn around. I was on my phone looking down like this, you know what I'm saying, just walking there. I turned, boom, bump dude out the way. I turned around and looked, and I was like, oh, shit. That's that dude comedy and all that. I was like, what's going on, man? My fault. He said, man, you good, bro? And then, you know, we're all about his way. Now I saw some two big-ass NBA dudes. They got their ass booted out the playoffs. I don't know who they are, but they look like some bench players. I'm going to have to look them up and see who the fuck it was, but they were about 8 feet tall and everything. Finally got to see LeBron in person. Big as hell, as you would expect. Actually, the discrepancy between everybody's heights didn't look as crazy. But from the floor, it probably would look a little bit wilder. But my first thought at the game was, damn, that court, like, it looked realistic. On TV, the court looked so damn big. But in real life, I was like, oh, that ain't that crazy. Like, I could probably score a point. Not a million, but a point or two. They defense was lazy. hell for the most part. It let me see in real life who really play hard and who don't. And on that note, Mr. LeBron James was crying on a few plays. I was like, bruh. I'm talking about he just sat there, bruh. Didn't go back on defense or nothing. Just sat there and watched. And he was, looking at the ref talking. And they were just going down court. And he wasn't the only one that did it. It was a bunch of different players that did it. But I was like, bruh. That y'all need to just play it. It ain't gonna help you do nothing. It ain't gonna help,
He
help
probably
you
needed
get
a break,
call.
bro, but that was just his way.
You said what?
He just wanted to break. That nigga was tired, boy.
He did, man. Look, listen. I'll tell you on one play where he got hit, this dude went down like he was hurt. LeBron, that is, and he went down on one knee like he was calling a timeout. And he just stayed there. And I saw him. He was side eyeing the whole play. He was just sitting there. As soon as Kevin Love got the rebound, he jumped up real quick. All of a sudden, he wasn't hurting no more. Got the ball. And then scored real quick. I was like, bro, you phony. That's phony, bro. You bugging. But just in real life, they were very casual running up and down. Like, there was only a few players that was really running hard, like the whole time. Like, Tristan Thompson was playing hard. Like, he really do play hard in real life. He still sucks.
He got to. He can't score. That's why.
Rebounds, he bits and everything, but he play hard. And you right, he got to. But anyway, that was a nice, tight game. So far, the Cavs are perfect in the postseason. That looks like it may continue, depending on if they play Miami or Toronto. Toronto, they phony. Miami got D-Wade, so you always got a chance. But Whiteside, if I'm not mistaken, is out. I didn't see him play the last game.
Yeah, he's out.
So I'm fairly sure he's out. So they might sweep whoever come up next too. So it's like they got a clear shot. What y'all think about the East so far? Right now, the only thing going on is Toronto versus Miami.
Yeah. I was about to check the score right now and see if they're playing. 'Cause I know they played tonight, I think. The East it belongs to the Cavs hands down, just because Miami and the Raptors are just phony ass teams, man. They just, I don't know, man. It's like regular season they were straight, but like now they just look terrible.
DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry gone in the playoffs. Where they at though?
I don't fucking know, bro. They are terrible. Terrible. Like, I don't know. I'd rather watch the West play than the East right now.
You're right.
LeBron just doing his thing, killing them.
Rosen been trying. He been trying, but Kyle Lowry been playing horrible. Even more horrible. That boy. But it's actually
a good point guard, though.
Hard, though. You say what?
He's actually a really good point guard. I just don't know why he's tripping.
Yeah, it's like he playing hard. It just ain't working out for him.
That sucks. Play hard and still sucks.
That's where you're supposed to build your stock, though, in the playoffs. That's where you're supposed to prove that you that guy if you really think you that guy. Is in the playoffs. Regular season, who cares?
Basically.
Playoffs, where is that? Is that you keep looking at it all?
Yeah, I got to catch some of them while I was on the road, but I haven't been able to watch every game. I usually look at I get like a daily email from the NBA and just go over the headlines and stuff. But I haven't looked. But do you know if Lowry and DeRozan are taking less shots or just shooting a bad percentage?
From what I've seen so far, shooting a bad percentage.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Kyle Lowry, he's taking more shots and missing more.
Yep. So maybe he's pushing too hard, trying to do too much, but it ain't quite working out.
He's taking the same shots, though, it seems like. He just ain't hitting them. That's the worst, right?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Psychological thing.
He just hit a 3, though.
Shit, last game, Kyle Lowry went 2 for 11. DeMar DeRozan went 4 for 17.
Yeah, that's... I mean,
4 for 17? God damn, boy. I can at least hit 5 of them bitches.
He letting that bitch ride.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's a psychological thing, because it's not like they're up against outstanding defense. I mean, I'm sure it's decent defense because they are in the playoffs, but it's not like they're going up against real stoppers or anything. So I don't know, maybe they're feeling the pressure a little too much. Got it in their heads.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
They up 9-0 right now.
You see, the game before that, they were Kyle Lowry was decent, 11 for 19, but DeMar DeRozan was 6 for 17.
Man, 17 seems to be his number.
Yeah.
Like, just gotta hit more than 17.
Yeah.
Like, bruh, game before that, Kyle Lowry 7 for 22, DeMar DeRozan 9 for 24.
Jesus.
So it's just like they just not hitting them or they not taking good shots. But D Wade balling out right now. He looking young again.
Yeah. He's
Yeah,
throwback.
because he took the last 2 years off.
Boy, yeah, they do all that. You had to go there now. Let the man shine.
Last season, he played like every other game. Season before that, he didn't do shit. He was out there chilling. Well, just riding LeBron back.
And in game 1, Kyle Lowry 3 for 13, DeMar DeRozan 9 for 22. So,
And DeRozan's. Ooh.
He trying.
but they saying that boy want to go to LA. But right now his stock ain't looking too good. But I mean, his stock's still gonna be higher than average. But
Shit,
that's the
Lakers
word
take
on the
anybody.
street that he want to go to LA.
Lakers take anybody right now, boy. They garbage.
Boy, they'll pick you up. Where you might well go play.
Hell yeah, that boy might get picked up.
Yeah, man, who wants to play with D'Angelo Russell?
5
Man?
games.
Snitching on everybody.
Boy, that ain't me.
Boy,
That
he
ain't me.
get hemmed up. Boy, I had to go to jail over that, man.
Yeah,
Look, go on, man.
real quick. Yeah,
Golly.
before the media even knew about it, he'd be dead.
Golly. Sorry, Dan. Let's debate this. If we all think the Cavs gonna get it relatively easily, and Kevin Love, that boy, your boy actually showing up, man. He actually playing a little bit, man. He actually playing a little bit.
I wish he would just post more. He can't seem to hit a 2 to save his damn life.
Hey, man, when you hit threes like that, man, you good to go.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to be more versatile player. I mean, I love Kale, bro. I just want to hit a little free throw jumper.
Hey, bro, he was banging a little bit though. He was banging a little bit from what I saw last game.
I think last game he only hit threes and free throws.
Yeah, didn't he hit 8 threes though? Or 6?
Yeah,
Boy, he hit 8 of them bitches.
Yeah, he had something stupid.
8 for 15. And Shannon Fry, where he come from? But see, that's the thing. He don't hit a lot. He just hit them when they need them, just to help them get them along. Last game, he only hit 2 threes.
Yeah, he was 7 and 9 the game before that though.
Boy, you right about that. You put him down.
Wop, wop. Wop, wop.
That's a good percentage. He's hitting 7
Yeah.
and 9.
Yeah, K-Love
That's
was
what you
their
know you
leading
can't
scorer
do.
in that closeout game. With 27.
That's good, man.
Irving, had 21. LeBron had 21. So, you know what I'm saying? They're doing their thing. They got a train right now. So, the question I want to pose to y'all is, how many games will it take the Cavs to beat whoever make it to the next round? Will it be a sweep? Do you give them 1 game? 2? What's your prediction on the next round? How many games will it take for the Cavs to close out whoever?
I'll just say 6 games for sure, just because it looks like they're going to get a pretty solid rest, and I think they're going to come back a little bit rusty for those first couple of games. So I don't see them dropping the first game, or maybe the second game, though. Then they'll probably lose a game when they go away, and then they're just finishing on up. I don't see anything going 7 games until they hit the finals.
Ooh. What do you think?
I think it'll be a sweep.
Ooh, they going to clean up the East like that?
I think they're on a mission because it'll
Good point.
five games would be the maximum. I think maybe they might let 1 slip, but I think LeBron's feeling like he's got something to show.
I feel you because it's like, hey, I got 2 games by myself without nobody, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So if I got my team, I'm going in healthy with Irving and Love. You ain't gonna tell me I ain't bringing the ring back to Cleveland. Y'all riding they did right now, but y'all saw what happened last game. Y'all about gave me MVP. I was gonna lose because my numbers was crazy. It's crazy. His numbers was stupid. I mean, this nigga averaged like 48 and 7, something ridiculous.
They gave it to Iguodala, who didn't even fucking start.
Bro, all he needed was Irving or Love, and that shit would have at least stretched out more. They almost went up 3-1 because they were up 2-1 going back home to Cleveland. But then he had that Kobe moment, man. I need somebody to step with me, man. Where y'all at? I need somebody to step with me.
I don't know what game that was, but that shit was funny as hell.
Yeah, I think that was on Kobe's his 4th ring. Where he was like, man, y'all just step this shit up, bro.
But yeah, I think especially because this whole season's been about the Warriors, and then even like the lesser story was the Spurs.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's really saying anything about the Cavs. So
Spurs are like dick right now.
yeah.
If you happen to give a fuck.
Also from the East, James Jones ain't played. Mozgov, that's my boy right there. He ain't touched the floor in game 4. And Mo Williams ain't played. He used to be decent.
Mo Williams need to stay his ass over there.
I wonder how he feel. Dellavedova starting over him, like getting more time than him. But Dellavedova, he get it done. He get it done.
I mean, he play hard as fuck. He
Goon
gonna give you
and
his
teams
heart.
be needing. You said what?
He gonna give you his heart and soul on the court for sure.
He's another one. Seeing him live, he play hard as fuck, and he will hurt your ass if he need to.
Oh yeah, he's a cheater.
Yeah.
Cheap ass. Oh yeah, I have a follow-up question. Now you've seen LeBron. Do you feel like if he played at 85 or 90% effort, he could average 40?
Nah, because the nigga can't shoot. That's one thing that stands true in real life. I watched him at Woman's very close. He for real can't shoot. Like when he make it be love. It be love.
He's surprised.
I was looking.
I honestly think he could average 30 for sure.
Man, look. Okay. Now he didn't have no dunks that game, so I didn't exactly get to see. That was one thing I was kind of disappointed at. I didn't get to see like the super physical specimen. You know, he looked fairly normal that game. He had some ridiculous passes. His vision is ridiculous, and you could tell by his size what people mean when they see him in on TV and shit. But in real life, you get a better gist when this nigga walk up next to Kevin Love and he just about as big, but he way faster and all that shit. But I feel like even if he played really hard, I feel like he averaged like 35. That's my genuine. Unless he was just like, if he was a complete ball hog and really went out of his way, he could probably average 40.
It's just crazy, like when they're down, like say like 6 points with like maybe 4 or 5 minutes left to go, and they just end down the ball straight to him, and he just runs down, and does a layup like it's nothing. Just dribbles slowly to half court, accelerate.
That's what I mean with the crying shit. The crying about calls and you LeBron James, shut up. Play. It's like if he does play good defense. I was watching him off ball. He plays great defense, and they was cussing Tristan Thompson ass the fuck out. Boy, he was catching everything. Kyrie Irving had a bimbo moment, bro, where he was yelling at Tristan Thompson. He's definitely the puncher bag on that team. Didn't nobody yell at nobody else. Everybody yelled at that nigga. He wouldn't even be involved in the play, and they yell at him. I'm like, man, what you doing? But all right, bruh, oh my god. But man, I don't know, man. I don't know. He could play harder if he wanted to. That's my opinion from seeing him live. Now I did get it, although it's a long time ago. I remember seeing Jordan live with the Bulls and seeing LeBron. I finally got to get a real life comparison. Jordan play harder. End of the story. He play harder. He want that shit more. Not to say LeBron don't want it, but Jordan, he did complain about calls, but you'd be hard pressed to find a bunch of clips of him doing this while they run up the court with the ball. You hard pressed to find it. Like he like, you know what? I'm gonna yell at the referee after the play when the ball dead, but while the game going, I'm gonna play.
It's a different game though.
You're right.
They call way more shit now than they used to. So Jordan knew if he argued back then, he wasn't gonna get a call any damn way.
And see, LeBron should know that now. It works sometimes. But I'm saying, argue after the dead ball. Don't argue during it. Yeah, I can see what people say. It's easier to see in person than on TV when they say, man, if he just had that killer in him, he would be able to do this, that, and the third. Not to say he don't. Not to say he don't play hard, because he do. But it's just like you can see it. Like if he wanted to, he could play harder. Like you can see a percentage more that he could do if he really wanted to. But he did try to pull some shots that just didn't work out. Like, yeah, that shooting shit for birds.
It depends what age you saw them both at, because LeBron's like 31 now. He's getting a little old, so he's a little tired now.
Yeah, that could be
it. As he used to.
Because like when he was a rookie, he used to just go. I'm going. I'm just going. I'm going up. I'm dunking hard, whatever. But I don't know. He in real life, even with relative ease, he dropped 21, but he took 23 shots to get that.
Yeah, I mean, it was a bad shooting night, but LeBron's normally pretty efficient with his shot still.
Yeah. And yeah, that's the thing when well, I have to give him credit on this too. He does get beat up a lot. They hit him pretty hard and everything, and they don't call stuff. So I do have to give him that. That's going to take some energy out of it. From real life, like they definitely tend to let people be a little bit more pushy with him because he's so strong. You can't tell how hard they're really pushing.
That's true.
So I will give him that because people were pushing hard, but he'd just be standing there, like whatever.
There was a study done that said he needs to get 1% more calls each game because they don't call a lot of stuff because he's so big, like Shaq, man.
Yeah, I mean that's the general thing with big man. Same thing with Dwight Howard. He's complained about it for forever, just about because he's so big. It don't seem like people hitting him that hard, but he is. I mean, it's just part of the game. Just got to roll with it. But anyway, out to the West. Let's go to the West. More excitement. Golden State, Portland. Curry came back, broke the record, most points in overtime. Well, before we even get to that, unanimous MVP.
Bullshit.
First time ever. 131 votes, nigga.
I think it's bullshit. I mean, I just think people. It depends which definition of valuable you're talking about. If you're talking about like valuable to their team or valuable to the league, because I don't know which one they're judging them by. Because if you're talking about valuable to their team, it's got to be LBJ. Because the damn Warriors can win without Steph, and they proved that. But you take LeBron off to them Cavs, but they ain't going no way.
Hey, like, I think, yeah, you had posted a video, and I had been saying that for a long time. Not necessarily that side of the argument, but I have been saying with LeBron, if you just look at it as a whole, Cavs had the best record in the league. He left. They had one of the worst, if not the worst record in the league. The very next year, though, with about the same people. And then people blame
like 19 games.
You say what?
They won like 19 games the next year.
Exactly.
And the following year, they won 25.
Exactly. And then he come back. And now they back to winning 50-plus, 60-plus games, whatever they won this year.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, if that's not the epitome of what an MVP is, then I don't know what is. But at the same time, though, Curry been busting ass all year. His year been fucking amazing. Amazing.
However, I don't see him as the most valuable player on that team.
Average 30.
I think Draymond Green's probably the most valuable player on that team, though.
Whoa!
Just because he does all the intangible stuff.
Whoa!
Yeah, man. Whoa. He does all the stuff that Steph can't.
Whoa!
He rebounds. He blocks. He does all the other shit, bro.
Whoa! Woo!
Nah.
How do you feel? I understand that's Mr. Triple Double, but we talking about Steph Curry right now, though.
Steph give you points.
Yeah, he sets the
They got Klay Thompson.
He sets the whole tone for the team. I think everything that happens on the offensive end is because of him, because the fear of him and what he can do. Anything that could happen offensively is because of him, and maybe they can be a good team without him, but not a 73-win team. He puts them from really good to potentially unstoppable. I mean, to me, they're still the favorites. If he's playing, they're still favored to win.
Yeah.
Without Steph Curry, they were still a +5 over Portland. Either Portland's really bad, or the fucking Warriors have a boss-ass roster.
Well, it's a little bit of both, but Portland's not that good. I mean, they have Lillard. When he plays really well, they're good. But apart from that, and McCollum, but they're not like a great team.
Because they closed out the last series, and I think they won 2 games in this series without him.
Mm-hmm.
They can make it to the.
They're still a really good team.
Yeah, they're still one of the top teams in the West, in the heart of West.
But he's been setting the tone all year to give them confidence to play a certain way. And get them comfortable for their certain roles and how to get in position for things.
I'm just waiting for somebody to punch him in the face.
Hold up, some averages here. Draymond Green averaged 14 points, 9 rebounds, and 7 assists. Pretty impressive. 14, 9.5, and 7.4 for the whole season.
How many blocks?
Good. I give you that. Steph Curry, 30 points, 5 rebounds, 6.7 assists, 2 steals.
And field goal percentage.
And his field goal percentage is 50.4%. Draymond Green at 49%. But the fact that Steph scored double the amount of points and still had a higher percentage, pretty good. But Draymond, yeah, that's damn near a triple-double. 14, 9.5, and 7.4.
Oh, he's undoubtedly a crucial part, but
Steph Curry is the elevator.
Steph Curry is he's.
I don't think it's an easy win if they drop Draymond Green. I don't think so.
Yeah.
People were talking about Steph Curry's player efficiency rating is one of the highest ever.
Don't doubt it. However, it's just the eye test, man. Just watching. Everything goes through Draymond, I believe. I mean, Steph is catch and shoot, whatever. Just come down, pull up and shoot, whatever. But Draymond does all that shit that everybody else don't see, man. He's the one setting the hard screen. He's the one making the hard pass. And he's the one blocking fucking shots when it's crunch time.
So if he went to the Sixers, would they be a good team?
Fuck no.
But if Steph went to the Sixers, would they be a good team?
Fuck no. He can't score 100.
Shit, the way he shoot, he might be able to. Yeah, that's a good point to bring up.
I think the Warriors are good because they can't double team anybody. Because they leave one person, they gonna fucking hit a three. They got 7 guys on a 10-man roster that can fucking hit threes. You can't double team anybody. You leave Clay, he in the corner waiting on them. Leave Draymond, he in the corner waiting. Bogut, everybody. Sean Livingston, or what's his name, Steven? I don't know his name. Fuck him. Iguodala, as Bradley would say. They all can three.
Yo.
They all can fucking shoot. Put Steph on the Bucks. You think they're going to the finals?
Probably not. But Draymond wouldn't make that big of a difference either. He fits really well in that scheme. He's a really good player. I watched him play when he was at Michigan State too. He's not. I mean, he's a do everything, but not do everything that's going to make the team be an over the top really good team alone.
If you want to use that argument, then yeah, I mean it boils back to LeBron. If you put him on any team and they contenders, they're instantaneously contenders. So that would support the argument that LeBron should be the MVP once again. You put him on the Sixers, they'll be contenders. You put him on the Bucks, they'll be contenders. Who else fucking garbage? You put him on the Phoenix Suns,
WNBA team, boy.
Lakers.
Yeah, you put him on the Lakers. So he is the epitome of an MVP. You put him on any team, they will absolutely be contenders.
Yeah, we're just used to his greatness, though.
But he did, even though his numbers are ridiculous this year as well, we've all acknowledged that to a degree it seems like he throttles himself to save himself just for the playoffs.
I don't blame him.
Which is not blaming. So in that case, Steph Curry had the better season. He had the best season of anybody. Even Draymond Green pretty much averaged a triple-double. Still, Steph's season was better. And that's what boils that. That's what I think is looked at as the criteria for MVP. Not necessarily who's the most valuable player, but it's the person that had the best individual season or best stats for a given season.
So when you're saying most valuable player, what are you most valuable to, the league or what?
And see, that's what I'm saying. I think to the people that vote, it translates to be the person with the best season. But there's been often cases where your team has to be winning as well. Because there's been people that had tremendous seasons, but their team fucking sucked. So he just has the perfect combination. They had the NBA's best season ever as far as wins are concerned. He had the most efficient year of any player ever. He broke all the three-point records. He broke his own shit, 402 threes for the season. So it was a perfect combination of this nigga just rewrote record books left and right, as a team and individually.
Even if it is the most valuable player to the league, I mean, he was definitely the most talked about person in the league.
Yeah.
Probably in years. I mean, I don't know when the last time LeBron was dominated the headlines. I can't really remember. I mean, like usually he's the most talked about player, whether their team is average or really good. But I mean, you couldn't go a single day without looking at an NBA article that has something mentioning Steph and what he did or what he might do or what record he's coming close on or something like that.
But like Steph hit 40 the other night, and everyone was like, "Oh man, greatest player ever." Fucking Kevin Durant hits 41. No one says a fucking thing about it. Mm-hmm.
It may be in the fashion.
Yeah, but
It's in the fashion that he scored them. Because some people still consider Kevin Durant in the top two. Some people put him above Steph Curry as the best overall scorer in totality, with him being able to post up and just do whatever the hell he wants. But nigga just had a better year. He had a better year.
He has a better roster. That's for damn sure.
I would argue that boils down to coaching, because OKC has a pretty talented squad. They got talent. They just got to play. They just got to work on consistency and overall.
If you're talking about matching up 1-for-1 against the Warriors, they don't compare.
Yeah.
Ibaka's always towards the top in blocks per game, in like eligible for Defensive Player of the Year. Of course, Westbrook. But
so you can compare KD to Steph. You can compare Klay Thompson to, I guess, to Russell. And then Draymond. They don't have a Draymond.
Only 22 years old. Young, very young. Decent player, likes to bang, not scared. Robertson is pretty decent, not really great, but he's decent. Kyle Singler, pretty decent. Waiters, decent. Enes Kanter, decent. Payne, he's a rookie. He thinks a little bit too highly of himself, but he's all right. Nick Collison used to ball out of control, but he slowed down a bit. Anthony Morrow's decent. Bunch of decent players like Golden State. But Golden State, they just click. They mesh so much better. Just the system that they're in.
I'm still kind of mad Steve Kerr got Coach of the Year, and he only coached like 43 games.
Bruh. Far as I've seen a lot of debate about that. I can't debate you on that one.
His system, his team.
What's up?
His system and his team.
But I mean, he didn't coach for about half the season, though.
Yeah, but Luke Walton stepped in. How much coaching did he really do?
Fuck, I guess enough coaching for the Lakers to hire him.
Yeah, but I mean, you have to think about how. I mean, there's no way for me to know this because I don't play in the NBA. I don't know anybody who does. But how much does coaching affect the players? I would certainly say way less than college.
But that's like a player getting MVP with playing half the season, though.
You can still be the most valuable. It's not
how
most valuable who finished the season. How did your team finish? What position are they in?
I don't even think they can give you MVP if you don't play half the season.
Yeah, there's a minimum number of games. I don't know what it is, but there's a minimum.
Because you have zero durability if you only play half the season.
But you just inspired your team. Did what you needed to in that time.
By the glory of God, I was out there. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I just think the league is weird.
I mean, it's political. It's all political stuff.
How about your boy Tracy McGrady said the reason Steph Curry got MVP is because the league is watered down right now.
I didn't really know what he meant by watered down, though.
He said, like, during Jordan's time, there were more superstars and blah, 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 blah. And what do y'all think? What do y'all think about that?
Maybe. First, let me ask a follow-up. How many players would you consider elite? Like in the NBA, truly elite? I mean, you got Steph, got KD, LeBron, Westbrook. Obviously, Westbrook.
I would say Chris Paul before he broke his shit.
Blake?
Chris Paul,
yeah.
I would say Chris Paul is more valuable than Blake, but Blake is, when he's healthy, he's pretty elite. LaMarcus Aldridge, at least for right now, he's showing his ass. Well, in the last game, he shot pretty bad. But so far in the playoffs, he's been pretty much fucking unstoppable.
Kawhi Leonard's pretty fucking valuable to that team, though.
Yeah, but I
He's
mean
pretty
elite stars.
Yeah.
People that someone in like 20 years from now are going to look back at this league and look at highlights and see like, oh, damn, he was amazing.
I think Kawhi Leonard's pretty fucking amazing. He's like 22, 23 years old, killing them.
Mm-hmm. So I wouldn't consider
he
Kyrie.
just doesn't necessarily have the personality to be a superstar, but that ain't really the question. We just talking about skill elite.
Yeah, I think he has a skill though.
There's guys like Nate Robinson that'll probably be known in history, but he's not necessarily elite per se.
Yeah.
So you mean in skill or?
Yeah. Well, I mean, people who are obvious. I mean, it's obvious that LeBron is one of the best players on the planet. It's obvious Kevin Durant is. It's obvious Curry and Westbrook are. To me, I don't think Kyrie is.
He's an elite scorer, but he's got to prove durability and defense.
That's what I mean. It is a pretty small number of people you can say are truly stand out in a league where, I mean, these are the best players on earth, and these players are better than them by a substantial margin on most nights.
Would you guys put Carmelo Anthony up there still?
I wouldn't.
Yeah. Why not? I mean, he's still a good scorer, though.
I would say
because he's a loser.
Defense, he's always been weak as shit on defense, but
he's a lazy loser.
He's still an elite scorer, though. He's one of the best scorers.
I didn't say scorer. There's other people who score elite player. He doesn't make a difference on his teams.
There's some people that their scoring overshadows that. Like, we can argue the same thing for Steph Curry. He's not. He plays the passing lanes. He plays smart, and he'll get steals, but he ain't locking nobody up.
James Harden is elite. And he plays zero defense.
Yes. Yeah.
Dwight Howard is elite.
But he makes a substantial difference on his team. Carmelo does not, to me, in my opinion.
I can give you that, because they don't be winning.
They don't win. He's had chances.
I mean, what about DeMarcus Cousins?
Oh, Boogie, that's my boy right there.
He's so inconsistent, though, because of his temperament. I mean, he definitely has the skills. Right. He has the skills to be an elite player, for sure.
But would you put him in the elite category yet?
No. Like I'm saying, my whole point is I think there's less than 10 or right there at it. So if we're talking about elite being watered down.
It's tough for me to say that low. I have to say about 20, 25.
Okay, here's the converse argument for people that say, it's better than. Not necessarily pointing at you directly, but for the question in general, is for people that say it was so much better during this given period of time. Can they name offhand 10 people in that league during that time?
That's where I was heading with this.
Because people say, like when Tracy McGrady, who was elite back then?
Right. That's what I'm saying.
So let's see. Tracy, Allen Iverson, Kobe, Vince Carter was pretty elite at that time. Shaq. Who else? There was a lot of good-ass players.
I mean...
Elite.
Tim Duncan was pretty solid.
Yeah.
Who?
Tim Duncan.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah. Grant Hill and Penny Hardaway, depending on how far we go back.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think. Did Penny Hardaway and Tracy McGrady play during the same amount of time? Because I know Penny got hurt relatively early. I got to think of the years in my head.
Was Reggie Miller considered elite?
Yeah. He was feared.
I don't know. I mean, how many did he average? I think we kind of get lost in that game that he scored all those points, but
he scored 20. I'm feel sure most seasons.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of some other players around that time. I know we're forgetting some because we're not in that moment, but
Hakeem Olajuwon, Shaq. Oh, not Shaq, but fucking Charles.
Mm-hmm.
He was pretty solid until like the last about 3 years of his career. Shite.
Well, I gotta start thinking about NBA Street Volume 1. Steve Francis and Stephon Marbury.
Yeah.
You want to throw Baron Davis in there?
Baron Davis, absolutely.
And see, but a lot of those guys, like Steve Francis, is very good, but inconsistent at times.
Right, yeah. I'm just naming people. I don't know.
You see, that's always a good argument for people who say it's diluted. Like, no, give me 10 off jump who was elite during the time period that was so much better.
Yeah, Gilbert Arenas, when he was in his hibachi
what the fuck? What was he thinking? He was that nigga.
I
For a
swear
minute, I remember that for a few years he was like he was unbelievable.
yeah, scoring 40 in the playoffs regularly.
For no reason.
That game winner where he shot it, then he turned around and put his hands up.
Mm-hmm.
Legendary shit, bro. I'm sorry. That is some arrogant shit, and I like it.
That's when you know who that dude, boy.
He threw it up and turned around. He turned all the way around before it went in. And then that shit went in, man. Like, he didn't question it at all. He was like, no, I scorched this motherfucker. He just turned around. Like, bro, that takes some nuts right there, man.
Hibachi.
Hibashai.
But yeah, that's always the argument. Can you name a bunch off jump?
Oh yeah, Dirk.
You know.
Dirk in his prime. Even though he's still playing, he was in that era too.
Steve Nash then.
Yep.
Ooh, Steve Nash. I actually think that's why he won MVP one year. It's because he sat out like 10 games and they didn't win a motherfucking one. Well, this is like one of his years. I just know he got MVP because like when he went out for like 10 games, they didn't win a fucking game. And then when he came back, it was back to fucking status quo. Back to killing people left and right. They were like, damn, he's pretty valuable to his team. And that's why he got it that year. So that's why I think the definition of valuable changes every year. But moving on.
No, I agree.
Ray Allen?
Yep.
I don't really know.
He was a real...
I mean, didn't he average like 14, 15 a game?
No, in Seattle he was in the 20s. It was him and Rashard Lewis on the same team.
And
Rashard Lewis got the ugliest fucking shot.
For today, what we're forgetting, even though he was out for the last 2 years, like you said, now that he's back healthy, D-Wade is pretty elite.
Yeah, he's looking pretty fresh.
So
I mean, Rip Hamilton, fucking Chauncey Billups, Ben Wallace was elite in his position, not scoring, but anybody coming in and getting this shit tossed.
And see, all those guys, I would look at, if we were in that time, we would say that they're all very, very good, but not elite. They just work well as a team.
Yeah.
But are we saying like elite, like overall, or elite in their position?
Just elite overall. In the league. Like I said, someone. So you have the best players in the world gathered for the NBA, and then there's like however many, 5 to 10 that are clearly better than everyone else, like undeniably. Like wow, he makes this look easier than anybody else.
I mean, shit, you can just look at Dream Team 1 and 2, honestly, and that's about it for the era.
Yeah, you're right. That's an easy way to look at it. Look at the Dream Team of a given time. I wasn't even thinking about that.
Yeah, just look at Dream Team 1 and 2. Both teams are nasty.
Hey, damn, boy, you're right.
Like, I actually think Dream Team 2 might have gotten Dream Team 1, potentially. Just because who the fuck can guard Shaq? Because as he said, they'd be barbecue chicken.
Shit, let me pull up some motherfucking rosters. Okay, 2012 was kind of light.
Go ahead, boy.
Let's see, 2012 we had Carmelo Anthony, Kobe, Tyson Chandler, Anthony Davis, Kevin Durant, James Harden, Andre Iguodala, LeBron James, Kevin Love, Chris Paul, Russell Westbrook, Darren Williams. What the fuck happened to him? He was bad as hell at one point.
He's lost in Brooklyn.
He got money and said, fuck it.
Okay, then we got 2008, Carmelo Anthony, Carlos Boozer, Chris Bosh, Kobe Bryant, Dwight Howard, LeBron James, Jason Kidd, Chris Paul, Tayshaun Prince, Michael Redd, Dwayne Wade Jr., and Darren Williams. I forgot about Michael Redd. For his 1 or 2 years that he was hot, he was hot.
With them Bucks, he was hitting every damn thing.
What happened to him? See, now we're forgetting some players that might have just had an elite season, but they fell off with outside shit or injuries.
They couldn't find nobody else besides Tayshaun Prince, though?
Hey, man.
Defense.
2008, he was fire.
I mean, no disrespect to him, but damn. He was really elite, though.
Top 5 defender in the league.
Shit, was Tracy McGrady not ever on a NBA Dream Team?
He was Dream Team 2. The Dream Team after Jordan.
That nigga that old?
Yeah, I think so.
Bruh. Nah, he ain't on that one. That's 96. He ain't on that one.
He's not?
Bruh. He ain't on the 2000s either.
Yeah,
I would have thought he was on that one.
I think he
Okay.
might have sat out or been injured or something.
Let's see. 2000. Sharif Abdur-Rahim, Ray Allen, Ben Baker, Vince Carter, Kevin Garnett, Tim Hardaway, Allen Houston, Jason Kidd, Antonio McDyess, Alonzo Mourning, Gary Payton, Steve Smith. Who the fuck are those guys? No, I know
those dudes?
you are, but you didn't really have nothing crazy on that one.
Forgot about
that
Kevin
team's
Garnett
old.
completely.
Yeah, during his time, he was that dude.
He was a mean motherfucker,
Shit,
boy.
Paul
Rasheed
Pierce
Wallace?
just a few years ago.
Oh yeah.
Paul Pierce 4 years ago, elite.
I think Rasheed Wallace is elite. If he can keep his mouth closed.
Man, I saw a video of him playing at the rec, boy.
He eats, bruh.
You can still shoot though.
I mean, Robert Ory. Would you consider Robert Ory elite, though?
Hell no.
Nah.
Interval
He got
role,
7
like,
rings, though.
he got wins, bro. He clutch. But
He's an important player, but not elite.
solid
Alright,
role
dude.
player.
Yao Ming?
No.
Gosh.
I mean, unless he was playing against Shaq, he was alright.
Oh no, he did have some nice years. He
did have 2010 seasons, I think. But it's
Yeah, if he was playing against Shaq, he
so
was great.
short-lived.
Cause that would open up a whole nother can of worms if you actually include durability into the conversation.
Yeah.
There were a lot of players
A lot
that
of
were
people
good doing spurts, but
That cuts Trace McGrady out. And Grant Hill. Grant Hill was fucking elite until he got hurt.
96, Charles Barkley, Penny Hardaway, Grant Hill, Karl Malone, Reggie Miller, Shaquille O'Neal, Hakeem Olajuwon, Gary Payton, Scottie Pippen, Mitch Richmond, David Robinson, and John Stockton. All pretty elite.
I think they could have beat Dream Team 1, bro.
I don't know about that shit. Well, maybe Larry Bird was on his last legs around that time, if I'm not mistaken.
Because them bigs can't handle him, though. Because you got David Robinson on one side and Shaq on the other. What can you do?
So let's see. The Dream Team: Charles Barkley, Larry Bird, Clyde Drexler, Patrick Ewing, goddamn, Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Christian Laettner. I don't know why he on there. Karl Malone, Chris Mullin, Scottie Pippen, David Robinson, John Stockton. That was the Dream Team.
Yeah. Them bigs don't eat them. Unless Jordan go off the 70.
I don't know. They got Karl Malone and Charles Barkley.
Patrick
David
Ewing,
Robinson as well.
So what era was Tracy McGrady talking about? Like early 2000s or 90s, or it just means like in the history of the NBA overall?
I think it seemed like he's kind of comparing like Jordan's era versus this era.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
the only name he said specifically was Jordan's era.
Oh, okay. I don't know, man. I feel like we named a pretty similar amount in both, but it's like there's no way to answer that correctly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Subjective.
now you got big men that you could argue are elite, like Andre Drummond. He showed out. I mean, he's pretty game changing.
Yep.
He's got to prove consistency and durability.
I just think the game was too much. It was too different back then to compare it to now.
Oh, shit. We didn't even say fucking Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
Now, when he's healthy, he's elite.
Shit, his team still lose though.
You said you were talking about comparing something that his name just hit my mind.
I was just saying I don't think you can compare the eras, man, because the game's too different. The game's changed a lot.
Yeah. Because an argument you can make was, okay, would LeBron survive if, people could bump him harder back then? Would you imagine him being able to hit motherfuckers in the face when he come in the paint? Like, he already crab dribbled, so if they let him do that shit, he might
his shoulder.
He might be even better.
He would adapt. He already big as fuck. He's strong as hell.
And then a player that I don't think would definitely thrive from that shit, Russell Westbrook, if he can get rough with you, oh my God.
He gonna kill somebody. I don't think Steph will be as good though, because they had hand checking. He gonna have somebody hand on his hip all the way up court.
Yeah, that 3-point shit out the window.
And you hit 3 or 4 threes.
Fuck, no.
Yeah, you hit 3 or 4 threes. Somebody gonna punch you in the face, and knock your teeth out.
But
I mean, that's how it was. I mean, even Chuck said so. But they hit a lot of threes and knocked the hell out of them. He
does cross people up. He does cross people up pretty regularly too. So if they're up close to doing hand checking and stuff, that might give more opportunity to cross.
Catch his ass inbound. Boom.
That's the crazy thing about these debates. They can go forever because unless they can actually play,
It's hypothetical.
it's all hypothetical.
It all depends when they play. If they play in 1996 or now.
Shit, boy, we digress like a motherfucker.
Well, we was on that shit for 45 minutes.
But man, shit, getting back to today, the Spurs actually pretty good, man. I think the Spurs of today have a better chance against Golden State than OKC would. I just believe in them more. I just do.
Yeah.
I don't know. Watching them last night, watching the last 3 games, they have too many defensive lapses, man. They just get to a point of like 2 or 3 minutes where they just say, fuck defense, we're just going to stand here. And
I trust them more.
And OKC would just go on a run. I think Pop relies on his old heads too much. Tim Duncan's playing 23 minutes. He scored 2 points in the last 3 games. That nigga's 40 years old. Sit him down.
But in the last game, he didn't touch the court in the fourth quarter, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, last game he played 23 minutes, and that's excluding the fourth quarter. Because he was like 1 for 9.
He ramping down on Tim Duncan. He ramping down. And of course, he is up there in age.
Ginobili should be on the side. Tony Parker is the one is still doing his thing, really, to be that age. Tony Parker, Kawhi Leonard, David West, he's fucking old. He's just out there bumping into people. Boris Diaw just bumping into people. They're just big bodies. I mean, I think he's just relying too much on his old heads right now for them to beat the Warriors. I think OKC is young enough where they can keep up with that running speed. And I think Russell is going to take that as a challenge to guard Steph and kill him.
Man, they riding the coattails of LaMarcus Aldridge right now.
Basically, and they lose him. If he don't score a lot, then they lose.
Let's see. Tim Duncan didn't take any shots. He didn't even take any shots last game.
See, he's just out there.
And let's see. Yeah, he played 12 minutes. Aldridge, he was 8 for 18, not so great. Tony Parker was killing, 10 for 16. Kawhi Leonard had a bad night, 7 for 19.
And 7 for 19 is not terrible.
Not terrible, but it ain't great.
It ain't no 4 for 17 like old what's his nuts.
Yo, I trust Pop in the Spurs. I feel like OKC would be playing against Golden State, and then Golden State would come out fast, and then they'd lose hope. Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook, they'll make a little run to come back, but I think at the end of the day, Golden State would come out fast, and they just hold the lead the rest of the game.
Actually, I think Russell Westbrook's ego will get in the way of their win. I think he would see Steph hitting threes, but like, shit, I'm going to pull a 3 too. No, he can't shoot.
Hey, he's feeling better than LeBron right now.
Hey, man, Russ is that dude. I think he is arguably probably the hardest player to stop.
What's his name? Kobe Bryant said Russell Westbrook, including Jordan, is the most athletic person he's ever played against. Keep in mind, he played against Vince Carter in his prime, Tracy McGrady, who used to always give him hell. He said Tracy McGrady was the hardest guy that he's ever had to guard because he could do everything. He could shoot, he could dunk, just as athletic. He had the size, could post up, all that. But he said Russell Westbrook is the most athletic guard he's ever played against.
I do have a question.
When he first came in, he played against Jordan's Bulls. So he did get to play against Jordan during that era.
How come people say that LeBron is potentially the greatest, however, the greats never bring up his name? Like, Jordan never brings up LeBron. Kobe never brings up LeBron. Why is that? Are they hating on him?
They talk about him.
You think they hating on him, bro?
Nah, they talk about him. They probably get tired of so many people asking.
Yeah.
Because it's always how do you compare LeBron to Jordan, or how you compare him to Kobe, and they always get a politically correct answer. 1-on-1, I'd kill him. Now Kobe Bryant, he said straight up, that's what I do. That's just what I do. He even told a story to what's his name, Jordan. I was talking to Zach about that as well. What's that guy? Phil Jackson. He said when Kobe first came in the league, he asked Jordan to come talk to him. And the first thing Kobe said to Jordan, rookie, like 18 years old, first thing he said to Jordan is, I'll kick your ass 1-on-1. That was his mentality. He said, "I will kick your ass 1-on-1." And then Jordan said, "Right now, you might." So it is what it is. But I think they get tired of the question. That's why they don't just come out of nowhere with it.
Yeah.
They
Right.
probably asked so much about it because those three right now are pretty much held as the Holy Trinity.
And really, what are they going to say? What are they going to
Well-
say? Yeah, he's better than me. Yeah, you guys are right. There's
Yeah.
no way Jordan or Kobe would ever say anything like that, even if they
I
did
remember
in some way
3
feel it.
years ago, and people said Kobe was on the on the down slope, and Stephen A. Smith was like, "Hey Kobe, how you feel about that?" He was like, "Man, these dumb niggas can't hold me." And like, I think they all feel that way.
Yeah.
They feel like they can't be held.
Yeah. But that was the question. It was just they said LeBron is a very smart player. They always give him credit and everything, but I think the person had asked, no, somebody had asked Kobe specifically about Russell Westbrook. What do you think about him? He said he's hungry as fuck. He has that killer in him, and he's one of the most no, not one of. He said he is the most athletic person he's played against. And I can see it. LeBron, it depends what you consider athleticism. I had this debate to a degree with somebody else. LeBron is bigger, but Westbrook's just as fast. I would argue he's quicker. Explosiveness, if you take LeBron when he first came in the league, of course he's one of the most explosive ever. But Westbrook just has some extra shit going on.
How old is Westbrook?
6'4".
30. I think Westbrook is 26, 25.
He's younger than me. I remember looking it up, and that shit made me mad.
Fuck. I mean, LeBron at that age was fucking jumping from the free throw line on cats though. Remember that line? LeBron James with no regard for human life.
No, he's a little bit older. Russell Westbrook was born in '88. He's 27.
I think James Harden's like 2 months older than me. That shit makes me mad.
Bruh.
He's like born in October or some shit, or August or something. Made me mad. Well, I don't know. It depends. Yeah, I think Russell's a little bit quicker. Explosiveness, it's kind of
Klay
debatable.
Thompson was born in 1990. Fun fact.
Who?
Shit, you look
Klay
at Anthony
Thompson.
Davis' birthday.
It makes me
Anything?
feel weird to be older than some NBA players. That just makes me feel funny. Like, damn, are we really crossing that threshold of life where, like, nigga, you almost ain't young no more?
Yep.
Yeah,
Still young,
we're getting
but
to that point.
we about this close away to not being young. Damn,
Give it 5
Anthony Davis
years.
was born in '93. What the fuck?
That's what I'm saying. That shit's crazy, right?
That nigga a baby, man. '93.
Yeah.
Well, Sagan was out before him.
Bro, I was in fucking preschool before this nigga was born.
Man.
Yeah,
But,
that's the dumb shit.
but yeah, man. Back to once again we digress, but it's what we do. But I just feel more comfortable with the Spurs. I just do. I would trust them and Pop to come up with a game plan like they did earlier in the year. We're gonna chase them off the three.
Yeah,
Get
they
him
did
out
a
of
good
here.
job early. They did a really good job early in the season, and they beat that ass.
In OKC, like I said, I think they got talent, but it's just I don't know if I could trust them to keep their heads on when it's game
They don't
time.
have a system to back up on, like Greg Popovich's system. So yeah, I might have to go with you, bro.
Yeah, if Russell goes 9 for 26 or something, and Kevin Durant does something similar,
You know he
then they're going to
is.
get beat by 30.
Yeah. But see, at the
You know-
same time, the fan inside me and most people, like, you want to see OKC versus Golden State instead of the Spurs to a degree, just for excitement purposes. Like, I can see Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant bowing down saying, "Curry, we can't do nothing with Curry. He's a god." Nah, I want to see Russell Westbrook say, "Fuck that. I'm going to dunk on him and hurt him again." That little,
want KD to go
dude
back.
can't guard me. I would take that shit personal. I'd be like, man, you cannot guard me. And knowing your knee hurt too, I'm yanking you. I'm going for your knee.
You talking about KD Steph on KD?
No, step on Westbrook.
Shit, that ain't gonna happen, bro. Russ gonna kill him.
That's what I'm saying. They'll probably try to hide him and put Klay Thompson over there.
Klay Thompson's
Give him work,
actually
too.
pretty good defensively.
But yeah, just the peak dominance versus dominance, like we was talking about, you know. Curry and Klay and Draymond versus KD and Westbrook. and let's throw Serge Ibaka out there.
Yeah, block off.
Just to see the two top-notch players. But at the same time, it would be pretty cool to see, okay, Kawhi, you supposed to be this crazy stopper. Let's put you on Steph and see if you can stop that nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Supposed to be that guy.
Pretty solid.
I would say
put the cuffs on them up.
I would say best case scenario for OKC would be losing in 6 games. I think it would be 4-2, and I think the Spurs would go 7, and the Warriors ultimately would win. But I would say best case is losing in 6 if it's OKC and Warriors.
I just need somebody to hire a hitman to take out Steph. That's all I need.
Said to get a sniper.
I ain't gonna do it, but I need somebody to do it.
Man, and what'll be interesting is when OKC lose, unless a guy saying happens and they get it out, they make it out the West. What is KD gonna do when they don't win a chip? Because he can go now. He can do what he wants.
I think he'll stay. Because
I think that's the most likelihood. Go ahead.
Well, I was just saying, I think because all the rumors of him leaving, I think he's just trying to prove everybody wrong and just fucking stay.
Yeah, I think that's the most likely, but it's the least sexy. It's the least exciting. It's like, oh, that's boring as fuck. But what if he really did say, you know what, fuck this, I'm about to go to Golden State. If he really go with the new cap. I forgot how much more it's supposed to be per year, but I think with the new cap, each team will have enough to sign another, on top of the roster they already have, they'll be able to sign another max, player if they wanted to. Or two.
Yeah, that's why Chris Paul going to the Cavs.
I heard people say that would be a good trade. Let Kyrie go to the Clippers, let that be his team, and then let Chris Paul come to Cleveland and do his thing. That'd be interesting to see. A lot of people like to trade for trade. No role players a part of that. No draft picks, just player for player. Switch it over. They both offer different skill sets.
But yeah, KD to the Warriors would be disgusting. The league would shut down. Lockout season. Completely.
Damn, what, 82?
No team won't play them.
82, man? They win 82?
No, I don't see no 82. But I definitely see a 75.
Yeah, they could have won 75 or 76 this year, losing to the Pistons and the Bucks and the Lakers.
They lost to the Celtics. And the Celtics lost to them. I mean, yeah, they're tough defensively, but shit, man, come on now.
Yeah, you're right.
They're like the youngest thing in the league.
Yeah, we talking 4 games they could have had, so they very easily could have won 77. But hey, I think that'll be very interesting to see who comes out of the West. And then what everybody wants to see is the rematch, Cleveland versus Golden State. And Golden State wants to see Cleveland so they can prove, it wasn't a fluke. Our last reign wasn't, because everybody got hurt, which it low-key really was. But I think they can still very well win, again, even with everybody healthy. And for them, I feel like that's a chip on their shoulder. Like, we're going to beat all y'all while we healthy. While y'all healthy, excuse me. So they want LeBron, Caleb, and Irvin. They want to go against that specifically, just to prove a point. That's what I think they want. And then, of course, LeBron want to win a chip in Cleveland. And then it's the debate of if he win in Cleveland, will he leave since he, achieved his goal? Because he's mentioned several times that he indicates that he probably would want to play with different people or go elsewhere. But, bro, if you win a ring, it's hard to go somewhere else after that. If he did that, that would be crazy.
I don't know. I think he's kind of just having fun with moving around. He just wants to see what it's like in different cities and what it's like to play with different players.
I feel like Dirk has to be kind of winding it down. He hasn't given any indication, but he's no longer an elite player. I think I can say that. So I wouldn't be surprised if. I mean, I don't know where all Kevin Durant. He hasn't said obviously if he explicitly wants to, if he's interested in other teams. But I think if anywhere, he might go to a random team like the Mavs or something, maybe that people wouldn't suspect if he doesn't leave.
Yeah, rumor is he might go to DC since that's where he's from.
Yeah, I heard that.
So go to the Wizards with John Wall and Bradley Beal. That ain't bad, brother. And Gore Thomas. They'd be a problem.
I heard Boston also.
Yeah, I did hear that oddly enough. I was like, what?
So,
But the way they look this year,
yep.
they look pretty good.
And they didn't have
That
Avery.
superstar.
Yeah, they didn't have Avery Bradley either. She's a pretty critical component of their team.
Yeah. And see, I don't want to digress again too far, but overall in the league, I think as far as athleticism and shit, I don't think the league is in a necessarily bad state per se. There's a lot of good players.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of good players.
There's teams to be excited about. It's not like, I mean, obviously there's teams that stand out above the rest, but
hell, Charlotte made it to the fucking playoffs and pushed Miami.
Mm-hmm.
They sure did. They tried. They fought hard.
Bless their heart. You know what I'm saying? Almost every team in the NBA has like prospects and hope. Like every team has hope to some degree. That's a crazy thing about it. But yet people say NBA is just it's so whack right now. And blah. Like, bro, you are not watching that. That's my opinion.
Nah, they're just stuck in the fucking 90s, man. Expecting them to be like it is now, but it's just different. You just gotta adjust.
God damn it. All right, bro. We spent about 15 hours on NBA topics. Y'all got anything NBA wise? Y'all still wanna? I have no problem.
I think we pretty much covered
it. You're saying if we have any questions?
Or have anything you wanted to talk about NBA wise?
Oh.
Anything else?
Nah.
All right, Zach, go ahead and spearhead what you got. Well, B, do you have anything that you wanted to bring up in particular?
I just got one question, bro. Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton?
Woo! Oh, God. Bro, I wasn't ready for that. Hold on, man.
You get a drink of water?
Christmas Gaza, boy. I got 8 of them bitches, boy. On deck. I swear to God, I got 8 of them.
I threw up on them still.
Boy, that's why I used to make these, boy.
My bad, bro. I didn't mean to do that.
Then I saw my rich co-worker at work, man. He had that damn Crystal Gaza. He said, yeah, man, it's been tested. Shows to have the least amount of shit in it.
It's the best water.
I was like, damn, boy. I know he making money. I know he's trying to keep healthy. So I know he drinking the right shit. Get that good money. But damn, Donald Trump or Hillary. Damn.
That's what it looks like, bro.
Bro, I can't believe this is a real thing. Like, this nigga really might be president, bro.
Yeah.
President Trump.
So the first so we either gonna have the first female president or Donald Trump as the president.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know, man. I've checked out. I've been following politics for the last few years pretty closely, but I've checked out the last month because it's just like it was overload. I was reading too much and watching too many videos, and just it was too much input from about the same stuff. But the latest I heard is that the Republicans aren't accepting Trump as the nominee. Like Paul Ryan, Speaker of the House, is like supposed to have a personal meeting, and maybe he already did, and he was like he doesn't. He's like the chairman of the Republican Party, and he's like, no, I won't accept him as the Republican nominee, but I don't know how that could work. Because if people vote for him, then I don't know what choice they have.
They can do that. Yeah, they're gonna be like, we just appoint. That's why we thought Kasich was running for so long, because they thought he was going to just get appointed.
Slide in.
Yeah. And then Trump will just run as an independent, though. Ain't shit you can do about that.
Yep.
But we're still stuck with Hillary on the other side, though.
Nah.
The real question for me: Do you all think it matters? Symbolically, hell yeah, it's going to mean something.
Yeah.
But in reality,
As far as daily life's not going to change at all. I don't believe so. If Bernie Sanders would have made it, hell yeah, because he was trying to tax the fuck out of us, though. He's like, you make over 20,000, I'm taking 50%.
Damn, boy, hell no, he better go on now.
But nah, he was saying
I fuck with some of his beliefs, but bro, hey.
Yeah, he was trying to tax people who make 65 and more, like fucking 40 or 50%.
Boy, boy, I'm all for helping the community, but let me do that at my own pace. Let me play this lottery and give it to the kids real quick though. Let me donate the SC Education Lottery.
He has radical ideas, but it still has to go through the process. I mean, it's not like you just walk in. How many every president has some kind of crazy shit they talk about when they're running just to make it sound good and get the buzz and look at the end of their term. Oh, you didn't do any of that.
Out of Afghanistan by like 2014.
Yeah, whoops. That's the biggest thing to me, is the implications. I mean, Trump could potentially start a World War III, and I really believe that. But actually, a lot of people talk about, if you look at Hillary's voting record, she actually has one of the most aggressive voting records for like being pro-war. Also, she's all for all kinds of strikes.
She just got too many fucking scandals against her name, though. Like, that bitch can stay out of trouble for 10 minutes.
But it doesn't matter, though. Perception, people don't care. Everyday people, it just gets, the media doesn't talk about it, and then it just kind of gets slowly slipped away and talked about less and less. She just puts on that polished demeanor.
Please, man. I ain't trying to see no tanks rolling down the street.
Nah.
Whoa, Lord, I gotta pick me up one of them motherfuckers. Have them in the front yard, boy. Fuck with it.
Golly. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't keep up with politics too crazy. I keep up with enough to know what's going on a little bit, but like you said, I don't want to get too sucked into reading something that may or may not matter.
Yeah, I mean, it's all like a big media buzz. I mean, it's like,
obviously it's all a distraction.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's important, but it's like this whirlwind of that's all everybody talks about. And the election's still, I mean, it's not even close. It's in November. We're discussing all these implications of something that hasn't happened yet.
Mm-hmm. 24 hours. I'd ask y'all, see how you felt.
Huh?
Damn.
I just figured I'd ask y'all to see how you felt.
Not so good. But yeah, I've checked out. I'll look back in a few months.
Sweet.
Woo! Oh no, it's interesting. When is the serious vote this year, right?
Yeah, it's November. I don't know the date because I don't vote.
I think it's like the first week or second week of November.
Damn, boy, it's gonna be some heat at the polls, boy. God damn. Shit gonna get real. Oh my God. All right, Zach. Now that we've officially declared our future doomed as Americans,
back to what's really important.
That was really important. These video games.
Video games. First of all, I didn't even know about this until today. You guys' favorite franchise is making a big comeback with Call of Duty 4, the original Modern Warfare.
Yep, man. Okay, look. The caveat to that shit. Have you read the caveat to that?
You got to buy, what is it, Infinite
Warfare. What the fuck? So in order to get that, you got to drop 80.
Yep. Oh, it's 80. Oh, so they charge you an additional.
You got to drop 80. From my understanding, 80. I could be incorrect, but everybody often hails it as like the greatest Call of Duty ever. For my personal preference, if you would, Black Ops 1 is my favorite Call of Duty. It just is. But at any rate, they got the old Call of Duty coming out that a lot of people hail as one of the greats, if not the greatest Call of Duty of all time. But you must purchase Infinite Warfare. To my knowledge, you got to drop at least 80 for that motherfucker. Then another package goes up to 100. Then another package goes up to 120.
Jesus Christ.
I ain't buying neither one of them motherfuckers.
And look, I'm like most gamers. I'm like, bruh, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and drop this 80 real quick, man. And go ahead and play that shit.
I don't know.
I already know. It's just something. That's just one of the titles every year that I just buy. It's muscle memory.
Is it exclusive to the PS4?
Nah.
Oh, if it's on PS3, I might pick it up.
You're saying is it exclusive to next gen?
Yeah.
If they want to make all their money, it won't be.
But the whole point of doing the re-release is that it's actually a remaster. That's the big thing I didn't know. It's not an upscaling from old graphics to new. They're actually remastering the entire game. So they're handing it off. They said it's not who is it, Infinity Ward? Is that who makes the newer ones?
Yep. Yeah.
Activision.
Yep.
They said it's not them. They're handing it off to another team to handle the remaster.
I can't blame them. Halo did the same thing, and they sold just as many the second time as they did the first time, so I get it.
Mm-hmm.
If it's on PS3, I'll probably pick it up, see what it smells like.
Man, come on, man. Give it the times. You know you want a PS4.
Yep.
I do, but that price tag just don't agree with me.
What you waiting on, man? 200?
Yeah, because that's what I actually didn't get a PS3 until that bitch was 200.
Uh-oh, correction. One of the most critically acclaimed games in history, Call of Duty Modern Warfare is back. Remastered in stunning high definition for PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
PC, yep. That's what I was thinking. The whole point is for it to be remastered.
Well, so it will not be on PS3.
So I will not have it.
To my knowledge.
Zach, give me this.
I don't know, man. You might be able to slide in this holiday because if they come out with that PS4K, the regular PlayStation will drop to 200 probably, 250 at the most.
They probably gonna have a little package deal with like 8 games too for like $100.
Shit would.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pick that motherfucker. I'm gonna pick up 3 of them so I can sell them on eBay.
What I'm curious about, and a lot of so-called hardcore gamers, is will there be any potential for trade-in value that means anything? Of course, I doubt they're gonna say, "Hey, trade it in and pay 50 and you get the new one." I doubt they're gonna be that nice and that friendly.
Yeah.
I would say it's probably going to be at least 100, but I am curious, and I don't know if there's any new breaking news on that. But, will there be any trade-in value for current PS4 owners that may want to upgrade to the newest version of the console?
Sony might, I don't know, since they've never done a midlife cycle upgrade like this, I don't know, Sony might offer some incentive. But what I've wondered is if the current PS4 is like a modular, or if they're going to do a brand new form factor. Like, can you buy parts and upgrade the current PS4? Or are they going to offer some kind of kit where if you don't want to buy a whole new system? Because it can't be that different.
Yeah.
So if you pay $120, what do you get?
Shit, I forgot. I remember reading on it, but I don't remember the exact package. Let me see if I can find it.
You get Modern Warfare, Infinite Warfare, and I guess Modern Warfare, whatever. And then there has to be another game you're paying $120.
That's probably some kind of book or something.
See, digital
Ragdoll or something.
Oh, one of the pieces is a season pass, so you don't have to buy any of the downloadable content that they may release. In other words, map packs and maybe weapon packs that they may release with the game throughout its life cycle.
Yeah.
So, Infinite Warfare, Modern Warfare Remastered, Season Pass. And I think one of them, like you said, probably comes with like a booklet or some shit.
I wonder if they'll change. I mean, they probably won't. I'm sure they're going to stick to it. But apparently, the video that announced that you have to buy, or that the Call of Duty Remaster comes as a part of it, has like a tremendous amount of dislikes on the video. People are, I mean, forums are blowing up, people being pissed. So I wonder if they get enough, if somebody petitions or something for them to offer it separately. But I imagine since they've already announced it, they'll stick to it. But I don't know if enough people get pissed that want it and say they don't want Infinite Warfare. I mean, they could put that shit on the PlayStation Store for $20.
Bro, what?
Bruh, but as a business, I'd be like, hey, you know these niggas gonna drop this 80?
Yeah.
You know they gonna do it. So let's go ahead and patch this on. That. Also, I think it's a backup. So if people don't fuck with Infinite Warfare, because this is supposed to be like some in space type shit.
Yeah.
So if people don't fuck with that, then they can go ahead and play the original. Either way, we're gonna get this 80 off of them.
Yep.
And they'll be happy, even if they mad at the newest version.
It's kind of like Jordans, though. I mean, you price them at $200, niggas gonna buy it.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, the standard edition is just Infinite Warfare, the game. You don't get the other one. So if you paying $60, that's what you get.
All right, $59.99.
Then they got the Legacy edition, Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered. Then they got Legacy Pro, which is the 100 or 120 joint. Infinite Warfare, Modern Warfare Remastered, Season Pass, and additional bonus content, whatever the hell that means.
Mm-hmm.
So you probably get, I don't know, whatever.
Some kind of exclusive guns or some shit at launch, probably.
Get the golden gun.
Yeah.
Man, hot damn.
I'm not sure about the network. Are the games like $60 on the PlayStation Network as well?
Usually.
Game, but
That's bullshit.
oh yeah, this game supposedly, they say it all the time with multiple games, supposed to have dedicated servers. Dedicated servers will give you absolutely optimum performance, so no lag and all that kind of shit going on. First-person shooters, that's incredibly important, but most people calling they bluff. They saying, hey, that's bullshit. I'll
That's a
see it.
lie.
I'll believe it when I see it.
That's a lie.
All right, Zach, what else you got?
Oh yeah, well, since we were talking about consoles, my follow-up was, what is your favorite console ever? And it can be because of a particular memory that you got it for Christmas or your birthday, or some emotional attachment you had to it because it blew your mind, or because it had a certain game. I'm pretty sure we're all going to have something to say about the PS2 because God of War, the original one, had an impact on all of our gaming experiences.
Lower.
So yeah, start with that.
My favorite shit, man. I had a bunch of consoles too.
It's tough. Because I started thinking about it.
Let's see. I don't know, but as far as getting a console, the most excited I was probably for an Xbox. And
Really?
the reason it was because, you know what I'm saying? Let's see. What made the Xbox special to me? Well, okay. For instance, shit was real around my way. So I didn't get no presents from my mom on Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Shit was real. She had bills to pay and all that kind of shit. When I say no presents, I mean no presents. Like nothing. She could afford to do nothing but feed a nigga, right? Go to my grandma's house, and she had a fucking Xbox like in front of the TV. I'm like, oh shit. So you know what I'm saying? That was like, as a kid, that's a big relief. Like, oh shit, I did. Not only did I happen to get something, but I got something, you know, that was popping. Like, I did not expect to get a fucking Xbox. You know what I mean? And I was like, okay, grandma came in clutch for that one right there. I appreciate it. So I had an attachment to that, and that's probably one of the first times, because I had always been gaming before, but that was probably the first console where I got like a decent amount of games for it per se, and I was really I ain't gonna say serious, that's too harsh a word, but that's when I started gaming hard as fuck per se. Ninja Gaiden and Dead or Alive, Fusion Frenzy and shit.
You never really played Halo, did you?
Shit. What was that?
You never really played Halo, did you?
Nah, I had an Xbox, but I didn't care for Halo too much.
Yeah.
I played a little bit, and I was able to bust some ass, but I just wasn't really my thing. But I'll probably say Xbox was the console I remember greatly. But had a Sega Genesis, had a Dreamcast, had a GameCube, Xbox. Didn't have a PS1. Had a PS2, relatively late in the game. PS3 and PS4. It's odd that I started off when those two came out, that I had an Xbox and I switched to PlayStation, and I just stayed on that side. So
the right side.
But yeah, I'd probably say the Xbox. I don't know. We did have some fun playing fucking Super Mario though. Just stupid shit. Street Fighter.
That's what I mean. It's hard to say once you start thinking about all the memories you have with different consoles, like to pick a favorite.
Yeah, Sega Genesis, that was a pretty good one, because that was like my shit. That was the first time that was my first console, was Sega Genesis. Was my, like, Quentin, this is your shit. Like, this is your console. So that was pretty dope. But yeah, man, that's fucking hard to say. But I'd say Xbox. As far as I remember the excitement of seeing it, I was the most excited about that shit. Now we're grown as fuck. I still be excited, but like, nigga, I paid for this shit.
That's the big. I'll give my spiel after Benji goes, but that was what I was thinking. Like how pretty much everything gets less amazing the older you get. I mean, that's just like a sad truth, I guess. Like, it's hard to replicate the excitement you had for something so simple when you were little. Because basically what you just said, you can
just get excited when you get paid now.
Like if we wanted to go get 2 more PS4s, we could do it, and it wouldn't be that big of a deal.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be stupid, but like I got my PS4, I was only like pretty excited. It's like, oh, this is cool. I'll check out the new shit, but it didn't like it wasn't like something that changed my day.
That motherfucking console becomes a damn Netflix and YouTube player real quick.
That's all I use mine for.
Especially, you know, once you get to working and everything, it's like, bro, you get home, you're like, man, look, I'm gonna have this playing in the background while I'm being productive, or I'm getting ready to go to sleep or some shit.
It's my turn.
Benjamin. Yes, sir.
This hands down gotta be a PlayStation 1, man.
Ooh.
Hands down.
hands down.
To
Because I mean,
extreme.
when you're talking about like memories and fucking just attachment to a console, bruh, the PS1 has it hands down. Because I remember the year it came out, my dad was like, "Do you want a PlayStation this year?" I was like, "Nah, I'll just stick with the Super Nintendo." So like all my friends talking about the PlayStation 1, I'm fucking playing Super Nintendo, Super Mario Bros. All Stars, you know, with a fucking cattail flying and shit, Yoshi riding. Like, and then when I got that PlayStation, bro, because they told me I probably wasn't gonna get it that year anyway. They was like, "Bro, we got some bills this year. I ain't gonna get that PlayStation." I was like, "Fuck!" And so I remember Christmas morning, bro. I woke up, had that shit. I know I screamed like a little bitch too. And
Yo.
I opened the case up. I had 2 Extreme and a demo disc. Remember those used to come with the systems?
Boy,
And,
what?
Oh yeah.
The year of the demos, man.
Yo! And the demo
remember
disc
these.
had fucking Spider Dragon and Gran Turismo. I
Yep.
played Gran Turismo demo like I had the full fucking game.
Boy, what?
And then fucking 2 Extreme, I know we played that bitch for 18 hours straight. That was Quinn, Aunt Mario, and myself. In that little bitty bedroom on one twin bed, playing 2 Extreme all fucking night, all fucking day. 2 Extreme, nah.
You know what? On the side note from your PlayStation store, I remember being mad as fuck because I came over to Benji's house because we were trying to beat Gran Turismo. He finally got the full game, and then I came one day. He said, "Man, I don't know where the game went." I was like, "Bro, what the fuck you mean?" I was so hurt. Like I knew that's what we was about to do. We about to go ahead and get these licenses. We about to go ahead and do these races real quick. Write this shit up. Man, that nigga said, "Man, I don't know where the game at." I said, "Bro."
And just like Gran Turismo, when I got the full game, like trying to pass those license tests, that was a pain in the dick. Like you had to get the A, B, and C levels, and passing that bitch was like was glorious.
Yeah, that's one thing with new school gaming that I do kind of miss with the camaraderie. Like you used before the online shit, which is cool and convenient. Before you had to go to motherfuckers' house to play with people and shit. So the element of passing the controllers and trying to accomplish a goal as a team really is changed in how long and how complex the games are now. You can't really pass the sticks that easy. Like at Jeremy's house, we was playing 2K, you know what I'm saying? Just to play 2 games, it took a goddamn hour, you know what I'm saying? So you don't want to keep passing it back and forth. But like he was saying with the licenses, all it takes is 35 seconds. Motherfucker, if you don't get it, then you pass the stick. Get the license. And then we'll sit there for hours passing it back and forth trying to get that fucking license. And then finally get it, and then you go on to the next one. So that whole aspect of playing the game and passing the controller back and forth, I do miss that aspect. Even with fighting games like 2 Extreme from PS1, where you racing, just quick games that last, you know, less than a minute or less than 2 minutes per match, where you can quickly, you know, party games per se.
Yeah.
Because party games ain't party games no more. It's online and you could chat with your people and everything, but it ain't the same as everybody being in the room talking shit, you know, just playing.
Yeah, man.
It ain't the same.
I mean, like fucking 2 Extreme, 2 players, and we got 4 people. You lose, you pass the sticks. Like that person loses, they pass the fucking sticks. Like, I mean, I can't explain, man. I just remember a lot of good times at fucking PlayStation. Like after church on Sunday, be like, "Hey man, y'all would come over, got a PlayStation at Granny house," and fucking we'd be over there to fucking 10 o'clock at night until we got to go to school the next day. We're gonna be tired. Gotta play that PlayStation though.
Boy, be slumped the next day in first period.
You know what was you doing yesterday? Playing PlayStation, bro.
And then
fucking,
the whole aspect on top of that, trading games. You know, if you know somebody else got the same console, you be like, "Yeah, man, I got this game, but I can't let you hold this shit unless you let me hold the game that you got, bruh. Or my mama gonna whoop my ass, bruh. I'm gonna need something to hold that, bruh."
So, yeah, and then fucking the game cost was not that ridiculous. I think the game was about $40. So I mean, when you go there, people be like, "Hey, can I get this game?" They weren't quick to be like, "Get the fuck out my face." You know, now you be like $60. They be like, "Boy, get out of here."
I remember being one of the first motherfuckers to have a PSP, and then fucking Brad Malden.
Yep.
Came into that motherfucker with a PSP. I said, "You bitch ass nigga, you trying to take my time?" I said, "I had that shit first though. I had it first."
And he would bring porn.
I saw him in science class. I remember that classroom.
Oh, Mr. Patterson's. Mr. Patterson.
There was a door back here, and then there was a door up there in the front. You could come in on either side. I don't know why I still remember this shit, because I ain't thought about it in years. But I came in, had my shit, you know, get my little shine on. Oh, you got a PSP? You know what I'm saying? This buzz had been going on for a few days. Then here this nigga come. I was like, man, go on,
Like,
man.
oh, good idea. I think I'll go get one.
You rich motherfucker. That's what made me mad. I was like, I think he comes from a household where they got a little bit of bread, so he trying to take the little black boy shine. It's all good,
Yeah,
though. The
I
kids
remember
was first.
I remember you having it first before. I mean, not even just in the class, but like before anybody I knew. Period.
I don't
Yeah,
even know
you
to
have
this
it.
day how I got that shit. I don't know how. Don't ask me how I had it, but I had it though.
Were you working at the mall at this point?
Nah, this was before then.
That's 10th grade.
Okay.
This was before then. I don't know how I got it. Maybe I did something shady, but hey, either way, I had it.
You had it.
That nigga's in the corner, bruh.
And I had the case for it and everything. I had fucking Dave Chappelle, the little mini disc. I remember I had this shit.
UMD.
I had the Dave Chappelle UMD. I had some street mini version on that motherfucker, and then I had Twisted Metal on that shit.
Yep.
Doing the first three things I had.
And you remember the size of those like SD cards?
Boy,
Like,
what?
it was like to get a 32 megabyte card was like a big deal for your PSP. Oh man, I got that 32 megabyte. Man, that shit was like $80.
Facts, man.
That little 2 gig cost a lot.
It was like $150.
Yeah, we can keep that little 32 meg.
Oh,
What you save?
God, man.
Ain't putting no songs on there. No, sir.
That's back when it used to be tight, boy. You could put like 14 songs on that bitch and still have room for your game saves, man.
Bro, remember the fucking first PlayStation memory card had 8 megabytes?
8 megabytes.
8, huh?
Don't pull up with that 16 though. You think you bad, boy? Man, I got 16 on my shit. I ain't got to delete none of my save game.
Got that fucking super memory card.
Yeah, man, we done got spoiled. Now it's like, bro, what is memory, bro?
Mm-hmm.
I know, man. Like, I was just thinking, like, if I ever have some babies, I'm just gonna buy them Super Nintendo. But like, yo, look, this is just the system of this time. So just play this. Fuck what your parents talking about at school. This is the system that's hot right now.
Bro. And you know what? They say all things come around, so it might be so old and rare that it might be like, yo, I got some shit ain't nobody else got. So it might actually be something hot again for real.
Actually, Super Nintendo on Amazon is like $150 though, which is a lot considering when it came out.
Well, I still got my Sega. And my GameCube.
Glory.
And my Dreamcast.
Bro, you only got 2 games? They only got 2 games? Like, what was that? House of the Dead and what was the NFL game? Some other bullshit.
Bro,
Yeah, they ain't released many games.
listen now, bro. This about the time technology came of age on computers, so I was able to hack my shit and burn my games, man. All you need is that image file, brother.
My bad, bro. Come on.
But Zach, what is your memory?
So I was thinking, because the reason I thought about this, I was looking at my PS3, and I have my setup is I have my PS3, and then right above it is my PS4, and I was thinking, I think I actually still like my PS3 better than my 4. And I was like, man, I don't know what my favorite ever is, because I had the original Nintendo when I was like 4 or 5. Somebody gave it to me, and that blew my mind, because I had the Duck Hunt Mario that everybody knows about. Yep, Mario 3, Battletoads, Ninja Turtles, all of that. So that was pretty awesome. And then my sister got a Sega Genesis. And I played Sonic and Mortal Kombat, all of that. And still, neither of those. I mean, I like those a lot, but PS1 definitely was like the one that blew my mind, because I mean, Tekken is my favorite video game franchise ever. So I used to have to go to man, what was that place called? Tropical Island. It was in Greer. It was like an hour away.
Dang.
So my dad would take us like on special occasions or something, like our birthdays or something. That's where I always wanted to go, because they had Tekken and Virtua Fighter in the arcade. And I mean, obviously my time was limited. I had like hour and a half, 2 hours, and like $3 to spend in coins or something. So when I found out PS1 came out and I got it for Christmas, I don't remember if it was the first year it was out, but it was pretty early, and I got Tekken 2. and I was able to plug it up to the TV and play unlimited amount without having to worry about coins or how long I had. That's still,
Damn, bro, we getting old, man. This
yeah,
nigga
man.
said $3 in coins, boy.
That lasted a long time.
Exactly.
Put your money in,
You might get a game. You might get a game and a half in.
put your money in, and hear all the coins drop down. And scoop that shit out.
$3, man. Happy as fuck though.
For hours.
Golly, I remember they used to have Tekken at the bowling alley,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and they had Virtual Fighter. I remember that.
Yep. So
Damn, bro.
playing Tekken 2 and then Crash Bandicoot. That's the games I got with my PlayStation. That was like a whole new thing. That was like such a huge jump. So that's maybe my strongest memories. But I mean, I love my GameCube too. I got it super late, like after GameCube had been out. I got it for like $99.
That damn NBA game with NBA courtside with Kobe with the fro on it. Bruh, man, okay. As far as memories are concerned, that is the first time I looked at a game and I was like, damn, that shit look real. Like, I just was so impressed with that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that shit, man. I can remember the smell of opening the game, that little disc, man. And I looked, and I was like, I think it was the courtside, like the blacktop mode of the game where you play outside, and I just thought that shit looked so impressive.
Mm-hmm.
And thinking about it now, like the animations were so slow when they were dunking. Not really realistic at all, but at the time I was amazed.
But yeah, so I mean, I played all three of the original NBA Streets and then the Need for Speed Underground series on GameCube. So those are like some of my favorite video game memories ever. So I got that with the GameCube, and of course PS2 got God of War, which is maybe still my favorite game ever. It's
what you're saying, God of War 1's your favorite game, or the series is your favorite?
God of War 1, as far as like my expectations.
Yeah,
and like what it did, because I was like, I'd never played a game like this ever before in my life.
Me either.
Actually, Quentin and I had the same experience because, I mean, I don't know if we told your story, but we just went to Walmart because it was fucking bored one night, and we were like, God of War sounds pretty awesome, so we just got God of War 2, and then it all started from there.
Oh, y'all started with 2?
Yeah, I think so. Did we start with 2, Quentin?
I played 1 briefly at Uncle Mike's house. We just call him Mike. We'll still call Uncle Mike to say what's up. But at Uncle Mike's house, he had 1, and I played the first. And Uncle Mike kept it G, computer scientist. You know what I'm saying? So he had that shit burned on a Tomb Raider disc. Put this Tomb Raider in. I was like, man, I don't want to play this. He put that disc in there, and a list came up of like all the PlayStation 2 games like ever and shit.
I remember that shit. We played Road Rage. We had to pay for it with our noses on shit to play.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't paying for that shit, man.
But yeah, I played the first level on that, and this is before I had my own PS2. Thought, oh shit! So that's when we went to Walmart, looked at it. Oh, what is this? Think I played this before, and then we put that bitch in. And that was it. And then of course I went back and then played 1, 2 to get the whole thing. And just that preview at his house, just how cinematic it was just amazing. And then when we played 2, we played that. We didn't go to sleep till we beat that shit. Played it all the way through, and that's a long game.
That's a long game.
Played that bitch.
We had to do we had to get help from the internet though, because we didn't know what the fuck we was doing on them puzzles.
Bro, what?
What, cheatcc.com?
I'm talking about take shifts on that shit though. Hey man, I'm about to take a nap real quick. Go ahead. Get as far as you
Determined,
can.
bro.
I'm talking about went no sleep had in totality until that bitch was beat.
That's crazy. But I remember God of War 1 is the first game I can clearly remember tracking for more than a year before it came out, because that was before like the internet was what it is now. That was 2005, I'm pretty sure.
It's back when magazines meant something.
Yeah, because I got Game Informer. That's when when EB Games switched over to GameStop, and you would get like a 1-year subscription when you became a pro member or whatever. So I remember getting that Game Informer, and it was at least a year before God of War came out. They were announcing, and they just had like a couple of screenshots. I was like, holy shit, this game looks incredible. Because I always like Greek mythology before that, and they showed the screenshots of him like climbing Mount Olympus and stuff. And I remember tracking it month by month until it came out, and I went and got it. I don't know if it was the day it came out, but right around, and taking it home and then having that first Hydra battle and stuff, and being,
Yeah.
God, this game is, like I said, unlike anything I've ever played before. So that memory holds pretty strong too.
Amazing.
But the PS3 aspect is that maybe that's the biggest jump from
Yeah.
PS2 to PS3. Because even though I was a little bit older, I was still super excited to get my PS3 because I got it the year after it came out. I'm pretty sure it had already been out a full year, close to it when I got mine.
Yeah, because I ain't getting a game till they had the Slims.
Yep. Same here.
I got the fat one, but it was, I think like 3 or 4 of my family members pulled in to get it for me because I'm pretty sure I got the one that was 600
Glory to God.
when it was still, yeah.
Hey, Benji, our cousin Robbie had it. I remember he had it, and he held this shit the highest thing. That he used to put the towel on top of it so it wouldn't get dust on it, man.
Yeah, yeah. We walk in, we pull that towel off, boy.
Boy, y'all ready to play?
On the ground.
He said, man, this shit
Damn,
cost $600, man. I ain't getting no dust on my shit.
But yeah, so
Yeah, man.
I still don't know, man. I love my PS3 because it's in it for the long haul.
Yeah, that was at the time, you know, when they were talking about the processors and everything in it. It was one of, well, it might, as far as our future is concerned, this might be the last console that, you know, was really bleeding edge when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's what made it last so long. And now everything's going so fast. That's the problem they're having now. By the time they design a console, it's like PC laughing like, bro, we way beyond what y'all trying to do right now.
This shit 10 years.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but also, even though technology is going so fast, the cost ain't necessarily going down as fast. So in order to make the console, you know, up there with top-notch PC shit, they gotta make a console that costs, you know, $600-700. If people really want, you know, PC level cutting, bleeding edge technology, it may be even more. And that's the problem they hitting right now. So we seeing already with the PS4 upgrade. That fast, it's already outdated.
Yeah, I saw. That's, I guess supposedly like the highest benchmarking graphics card was $1,500.
Whew.
Whew, that's just the graphics
Mhm.
card. Nothing else to do with the computer.
Ain't no need. You know you got check. You can drop $1,500 on a graphics card.
Facts. But see, like a saying goes, man, once you had the best, better ain't as good, man.
Mm-hmm.
You see it, you be like, oh my God. But like us, you know, we're mature to a point where we're like, oh yeah, that's very nice. I ain't dropping $1,500, but that's nice. Even if we got the money to do so, it's like, nah, bro. It ain't that serious for me.
Unless there's some return on investment. I'm
Yeah.
getting something out of it, which I'm probably not.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of arcade experiences, I actually went to Dave & Buster's fairly recently, and I played a 4D arcade shooter, and I was actually impressed with the experience. By 4D, of course, it's not 4 dimensions and shit,
Yeah.
but what they really mean is it has you put it on little glasses, so they incorporate 3D with the shooter, and they have surround sound, and they have air and moisture effects in that motherfucker.
So you can smell
That's weird.
farts and stuff?
Oh, hell yeah, man. It was like this zombie shooter, and when you playing it, you know, you put it on, you had the 3D experience, they have the curtains up, so it's hella dark. And me and my girl, she does not fuck with scary shit. What's wrong with that?
You
Scary
don't.
movies, I have to beg her to watch that shit. If I watch a scary movie at night, she be like, hey, bro, I'm going to either need you to turn that low or I'm about to go in the other room, bro. She don't even want to sleep and wake up to that shit. So anyway, she built up the courage to come in this game with me. She like, whatever, Dave & Buster's. She hop in that motherfucker. We put the glasses on, and the guns vibrate too, so you get sense with the guns. We start, you know, they having a little scary intro or whatever. And then we start playing. This thing pops out of nowhere, and air comes from the back. And we didn't know it was surround sound yet, so the sound and the air hit your neck. Oh! She jumped the fuck out so fast. She said, oh shit! She jumped out and walked out of that damn game. Because I ain't gonna lie, it caught me off guard. I was like, oh shit. And And she jumped out and she said, "Bro, I about had a heart attack, bro. I almost busted out crying, bro." She was
Damn.
like, "Oh, fuck with that shit."
Bless her heart.
Cause she was like, not for being super scared, but from laughing. Cause she was like, "Bro, I was legit scared right there for a minute and forgot where we was at." So people that was on the outside, she said, were looking at her like she was crazy. They said, "What the fuck wrong with her?" She was like, "Oh shit!" And bust out laughing. But I must say, as far as arcade experiences, I was like, wow, there are still arcade experiences out there that are still exciting.
Yeah, I didn't know about that one.
Like for the most part, we probably think it's dead. When you playing it, you putting your money in there, you ain't getting your money's worth. You already know that. But that experience, I was like, that's genuinely something that unless you have an elaborate setup, you're not gonna get at home. Like it was I enjoyed it, and I do want to play it again. I was like, that is very dope.
How much did it cost per game?
Shit, I don't know. Dave and Buster's slick. They put that shit in the point, so you don't know what you spending. It'll say like 8.7
They slick with it.
Yeah, it'll be like 8.7 points. I'm sure if you care enough, you can calculate it and break it down. But I'm not sure.
I bet that shit took like $5.
Man, it might be. But it was a great experience. It was awesome. That's the only downside was the experience was so short.
I do want to check out Dave and Buster because I heard they have a lot of good games for the grown folk in there.
Boy, they got Guitar Hero on us.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm rusty as fuck.
Boy.
Wow, I totally forgot about that when we were talking about consoles. Guitar Hero 3.
That took over.
Wow.
They had a good run.
Yeah.
Solid run.
I just remember
not like video games playing this shit.
You're right. I remember not having that shit, but knowing people that had it, like you motherfuckers had the shit, and I was like, damn, I have to go to somebody else's house just to play this shit. And I liked it a lot. I was like, damn, I can't even play it myself. I just can't play it here. And then once I got the shit, that's when I just played it a lot and just got better than I should have been at that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, damn, I probably could have learned to play a real guitar fucking with this shit. The hours
Hey, bro. Remember when you were playing online and you were like, you were talking to that little boy, you were like, shouldn't you be at school? And he was like, shouldn't you be at work?
Yeah, thanks, man. This was this was my first year in college, and I came back for the summer. And I was like, he sent me this was playing Call of Duty. And we was playing online, whatever. And I was like, bro, what the fuck you doing? Ain't it school season? Ain't y'all still in school? He was like, bro, shouldn't you be at work? I said, shit, you got me, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and fuck up, man. You right?
Bro, I holler when he told me that.
Oh, damn, boy, I'm still in school too, but I ain't in the same school. But man, that shit had me rolling. But yeah, I was playing well, they got a new version of Guitar Hero where the button layout is a little bit different. It replicates real guitar anymore. Now it replicates new guitars. But I played with that a little bit. I feel like I could get good at it, but I don't feel like dedicating that amount of time in it. Mm-hmm. But from playing the regular one at Dave & Buster's, I was still able to play fairly comfortable on Expert. Fairly comfortable. But I couldn't play like a super difficult song anymore. I'd probably get blowed out. But like hard and shit, the muscle memory comes back really fast on how to play that shit. But I do remember just becoming addicted to that shit. Like I need to get good at this shit. I have to.
Mm-hmm.
Have no fucking choice.
Off topic, but did y'all see that Chris Taylor got inducted to the Easley Hall of Fame?
What?
No. Yeah, I guess for football he got inducted to the Easley High School Hall of Fame.
Nah, I know he had said something about good news, but I ain't know nothing about that. For football?
I guess it's gonna be announced in the first football game, September 1st.
That's pretty cool.
So I didn't even know such a thing existed.
I'm not really sure in what sport he's getting inducted though. I think wasn't he better at football than he was at basketball?
Yeah, I'd say he was more noted for basketball.
I don't fucking know, but yeah, Hall of Fame.
Like my friend Alicia Hill, her mom just got inducted to the Track Hall of Fame.
The question is like, if you got inducted to your high school Hall of Fame, do you even give a fuck? Because you're not even there anymore, and it's high school.
You might. I guess it would be an honor because you're a part of history. in your
Yeah,
local
yeah, true
community.
that.
Getting awarded for anything is somewhat cool, at least.
Yeah, I feel like they would, if easily high school called me and was like, "You're gonna be in the Hall of Fame," I'd be like, "All right, I ain't coming back for that shit though."
I would not.
Like, I'm not gonna drive 2 hours
He
to
said he
fucking.
wouldn't even show up at the ceremony. They had to
Nah.
call him on Skype.
No, I mean, it's an honor, I guess, but I just don't see much value in it.
Mm-mm.
Like, I come back and say hey to a bunch of people I probably didn't like back then any fucking way.
Oh shit!
Say she does need proactive. Anyway,
Savage life in high school, boy. You said that, I said, Lord. I said, bro, I'm
I've
done.
gotten better, bro.
I said, I can't walk with this nigga, bro. I don't know who he gonna have them mad at me. Thinking cause I'ma laugh. That's just what's gonna happen. I'ma laugh, but hey, is what it is.
What else you got for us, Zach?
Well, this is the open-ended one. If you guys want to tackle this, I don't know how long you're looking to keep chatting.
Shit, boy, go ahead.
So I'm gonna have to read this one because I actually wrote this one out in the old little memo book.
I couldn't understand when you texted.
Exactly. That's why I said I'll elaborate more. So the general thing I'm asking. So obviously the internet. We're the last generation that can say this. Like the internet has changed drastically its role in our lives. Like we've seen it. We've gone from like before the internet what it was and then in the current state. So have you felt a decline in your sharpness, like your intellectual ability, since the internet took the role it has? And what I mean is like
Is the internet making us stupid?
more or less, but I mean we read less and depend less on our memory and critical thinking and problem solving because you can just Google search anything or YouTube if you need to see how to do something. If you don't want to think about how to build something or how to solve any kind of problem, just YouTube or Google it. So that's part one. The second part is, do you still think that it's an improvement overall because of all the random knowledge we have access to? So part two, final part of this, is how much do you feel like you actually retain when you do random Google searches? So you get inspired about something, you read and read and read and read and read about it, or even if it's just something random, where you're just like, I gotta check and see about this. How much do you feel like you retain? Because I feel like I'll look up some shit and get on a kick or something, and then I'll put that shit in the recycling bin after like 2 weeks.
I feel you on that. I think it does boil down to how much you retain actively, because I feel with so much technology, when you're guys like us, and by guys like us, I mean guys that when we're curious about some shit, we're just gonna research it.
Are you one of those guys that look something up and you don't know
I was
it?
about to bring that up. Man, see, I don't want to call people out their name. This young lady in college. She said, I gotta tell y'all, man. I gotta tell the people, man. This girl, we're having a debate, right? And then she said, I wonder if blah 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 blah. And it was something kind of technical, like I wonder if hydrogen peroxide will help cuts. Just something random as fuck. And then she was like, I wonder if it will. And I said, why don't you just Google it? And she said, oh, that's so annoying. Are you one of those people that Google stuff when you want to know it? I was like, what? What do you mean? How do you not Google something when you want to know? How do you not do that? How?
I just keep on not knowing.
I'll just wonder for the rest of my life. I don't know. But anyway, back to the main point. I think it boils down to retention, because like I said, guys like us, if I need to get something done, for instance, like the garage door broke, if I want to know how to fix that shit, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get on Google and figure out something I would otherwise probably not know how to do unless I spent a very long amount of time trying to figure it out myself. So I can very quickly learn how to fix a garage door, or even something stupid, how to whiten your teeth or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
You can learn so much shit so fast that I can't help but think that we have I ain't gonna say the capacity, because that's more getting into physiology, but I'll say we have more access to become more knowledgeable than we ever have to our knowledge.
Oh, there's no doubt about that.
But it's a matter of, like you said, we can learn so much stuff so fast that we'll learn it and then drop it off really quick.
Yeah, like a test in high school. I mean, you learn the shit for the test, take the test, and then.
And then another argument is I've heard some smart people say, don't remember anything you don't have to.
Hmm.
So we could be saving space for the shit that we deem as truly important. Because, like, why the fuck should I remember how to fix a garage door? I don't plan on getting in that business. So why should I hold that knowledge in my mind for longer than what's needed to actually fix that door?
Yeah, the big thing, I mean, I really say there's like a perceivable difference in my thinking. Like, I mean, I'm still pretty sharp for the most part, but I feel like I'm searching for words when I'm talking, and I feel like my vocabulary has slipped a little bit in the last like 5 years. I mean, obviously, I'm not in school. I'm not in a
Right.
scholastic environment, so I'm not in a constantly learning and testing myself kind of way. But talking about it with several people, I feel like sometimes I just have like this weird mental fog where I can't get my thoughts where I want them to be. And I'm like, man, what is that? Is it because I don't read like in a invested way anymore, or
What if our brains are like computers? What if you've acquired so much fucking knowledge that you now have to search through all that shit to get what you fucking want? Like, your brain's got to scan, like, even with memories, you add that in on top of all the shit that we see, it's probably like you might retain it. Like, somebody has a gun to your head and say, hey, motherfucker, remember, you might remember some shit real quick then.
mm-hmm.
Or maybe not, you might just die, but let's say you can recall it. But I wonder if the brain works that way. Because if I'm not mistaken, we do have memory limits to some degree, but to some degree we also don't have a proven limit as well.
Yeah, but I mean, we're talking about stuff on the internet. I mean, I'm in no way a researcher of this scientifically, but apparently the internet has changed our brains in a real way, in a biological way. Like I think they said like the path of neurons can be traceably like shown to have changed with someone who's like stimulated by information on the internet, and like the way our brain functions when we recall information.
Hmm.
I was like, I mean, I definitely feel, like I said, a little less sharp at times because I love to argue. I mean, I just like it, and
Me too.
and I get that way sometimes where I almost always think of something that would have gone so well in the argument after it happened. And I was like, man, why the hell couldn't I have thought of that? I mean, I know that's a very common thing. Everybody does that when you have time to think about it later. But I used to be really pretty much always on point if I was wanting to argue about something.
What about the possibility, which is a possibility, what if we are slightly less smart, but we are more knowledgeable?
Right.
If you understand what I mean.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking about part two, because I thought about that. I was like, well, I'm less sharp, but I still probably know more overall. And I was like, am I worse off? Because even if I do depend on Google, you still have the access to the information if you want it. So am I worse off or better off? If I want to know something, I can still know it. Just because I don't immediately recall it or have the information, I can find it and decide whether I want to commit that long term or not.
You know, I think a good test would be like going in the fucking woods with nothing. They just say, hey, motherfucker, survive in the woods for a week. And then you can see how your mind works. Would your mind be able to piece together the most optimal way to survive? Or would you pull from shit that you saw on the internet? Because most of us have seen shows where they show you specifically how to survive in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
Would that come into play at all? And how do you test smartness accurately?
It's I know intelligence and smarts are two different things. Intelligence is like your ability to solve problems, and then smartness is just your ability to recall information. So that's kind of how they're different. So fuck. So people that are good at tests are smart, but a nigga that can solve that Rubik's cube is a genius though. Well, is intelligent.
Well, according to, I guess he's a behavioral psychologist. I don't know.
Hey,
One of the major universities that there are 9 different types of intelligences, and he defines each one.
right.
So, I mean, obviously, I don't remember all 9 of them, but I was like, I guess so. I mean, there's a lot of different ways to be intelligent. I mean, there's people who are sports intelligent, and that's it. I mean,
I
we've
think
seen
I heard that like 8 years ago when someone was saying that the most elite basketball players are considered to be geniuses because they have to make decisions so fast. I don't know. Zach, to your question, it's like my mind has been like in three phases. Because when I was in school, I mean, you're forced to think day in, day out, doing homework and bullshit. So I felt like I was pretty sharp then. Then when I got out of school, I mean, I wasn't reading anything. I could actually feel myself getting dumber each fucking day. When it came to like basic math problems, I'd be like, damn, where my phone at so I can put this shit in?
Bro, I was trying to find something. Holy shit. I was like, how the fuck do you carry this position over? I ain't had to do this shit forever. Like, I struggle with this shit.
Yep.
But then, like, I guess the past 2 years, I mean, I read a fuck ton more than I used to. And then, of course, I'm fucking searching everything. So, I mean, I'm more sharp than I was in high school as far as, like, recalling information. However, I know I'm pretty reliant on my phone when it comes to learning things. Recalling it, well, I guess remembering it, I dump that shit in a heartbeat, man. If it's not essential to my life, I just dump it. Like if I'm looking up the age of Will Smith, like I'll forget it probably 5 minutes after I looked it up.
Yeah.
I mean,
oh god.
I forgot who was saying. I think it was Neil deGrasse Tyson. He was like, the technology today is fantastic and it's terrible because you can have a PhD and you can have some teenager with a cell phone and they can speak like the same language. So the dude with a PhD went to school for all these years for no fucking reason almost because this little teenager got a phone and they can just talk the same language.
But is that good or bad? That's like a
I think it's good. The potential is good. It's not like people are fucking going on the internet every day to learn something new. I think what's on the internet is actually good because you can Google search just about anything and learn anything that you want to in about 15 minutes. If you want to get on YouTube, just watch a video for 5 minutes. You can learn anything you fucking want to. However, majority of the population is not using it for that. They're fucking looking at cat videos and getting on iFunny and how to beat your dick in 3 minutes, you know?
Yeah, and then, well, generationally speaking, like if you can argue that, I mean, of course, it's a difference in times, but a lot of young kids now, like, they know how to operate technology more efficiently than older people that have been here, you know, for a while, should be more experienced. So they're smarter in a different way.
Yeah.
There's, you know, they can pick up an iPad and it might take, you know, an hour for you to teach your grandma how to work their shit, but you give it to a child and they just boom, 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 they're picking it up. But then older people, like I was talking about the woods and shit, older people know stuff, how to actually survive. They be like, motherfucker, I know how to plant, you know, plant a garden of food that I can actually eat. If I needed to milk a cow, I know how to do that shit. I doubt you know, naturally people would just know how to do the shit. Like, we can look it up, but I think that we had a similar argument. Like, we feel like we're smarter now, but if all the technology just blew away, EMP style, and we just had to survive, older people would be our saving grace.
Oh, yeah.
About, oh, we know how to survive without all this bullshit. You motherfuckers gonna be over there hungry and shit because you don't know how to fish, you don't know how to hunt, you don't know how to plant shit, you don't know how to do anything that's essential in life besides what's man created. So we're very knowledgeable as far as man created shit is, but we're not very knowledgeable in life, although we can obtain that knowledge as well. And we arguably could have a better understanding if we cared to research that. There's more knowledge available in general than ever.
Which is better, though? What knowledge is better? The knowledge to operate the machines that we have today, or the knowledge to survive if all the technology went away?
No EMP? We're winning. EMP? They winning.
That was kind of the point that I arrived at when I was thinking, like, which is it good or bad that we have all this information immediate, but we don't necessarily recall all of it? But I was thinking, I guess it doesn't really matter until it gets taken away. I mean, of course, then it'll be too late, but we're talking about in an extreme situation where suddenly we don't have access to the information we did. But I mean, there's still books and the old heads, like you said, and then hippies, of course. And,
yeah.
But I don't know, man. It's crazy. I think the big thing is I don't challenge myself. I feel like mentally. I mean, I read articles and I learn stuff that I'm interested in. But I mean, as far as like truly challenging myself to think to the point where you feel your brain like warming up, I don't feel
Hear
like
that
I've done that in a
smell?
while.
You smell
Yeah,
that thing start to turn on.
yeah.
Hmm.
Because I was thinking initially, but I had to counteract myself that fast. Was our problem solving skills may be decreasing because you don't have to solve a problem. You just Google your problem.
Yep.
But at the same time, we have new levels of technology, and we want to push it even further. So in that case, we do solving problem. I said it backwards. Mine going crazy. We do problem solve anyway. Like me, I got these monitors in here, hooking them up and all that kind of shit, and I wanted to figure out a way to rewire it so that I can record a stereo mix in and sample a beat and all this other shit. That ain't necessarily the easiest shit to Google. I just found a way to do it. So we still problem solve naturally. So, but it depends on somebody's lifestyle and hobbies. I do
The
shit that
question
most people
is,
probably don't. So,
would you say that problem solving is you not knowing how to do it, but knowing what the information is, and then grabbing information from the internet and then doing it? Would
mm-mm.
that be considered problem solving? Because
To a
you are solving your
degree,
problem. You know where to get the information.
because you have to know what you're looking for. But when I
Yeah.
was saying problem solving, I mean just raw. Hey, there's a car stuck in the mud over here. How the fuck do I get that bitch out the
Hmm.
mud? And I don't have a phone. Like, how do you get that bitch out? Of course,
Mm.
lifting weights, my dumb ass. I'm just gonna try to pick that bitch up and push it, put it in neutral.
Put that motherfucker on my back, though.
You know, that's what I'm personally going to try to do. But I also know that the smarter thing to do would be, to put something under the wheels that can give you some friction, the necessary friction, rocks, wood, whatever the fuck you need, and depending on the kind of slope that you're on, et cetera, et cetera. I would consider that real problem solving. But I have had team building exercises at work, like simple shit doing high rope walking. We had to figure out how to get 20 motherfuckers off a platform onto the ropes, touch all three trees, and everybody get back to a platform. Very archaic, very old school type of problem solving. And we actually did fine. It was fun to do that because probably we haven't done it in a while, but at the same time, we still demonstrated that we had the ability to do it.
Hmm.
And then at the end, the people would show you a test to show you the most efficient way to do it. And that's just experience over time. So I feel like we still have the ability to do that. Overall, I just have to say we smarter overall now. I
Yeah.
just can't help but say that. Because, like, there's so
I think we're
much stuff
smart.
I know now that I wouldn't know if I didn't have the internet.
I think when you said it earlier, I think we're smarter than useless information.
Possibly. It depends on what you look for. Like
Yeah.
me, I Google a lot of shit that is useful, but I do look at a lot of shit that's not useful as well. Like, for instance, shit that are a part of researching or becoming overtly knowledgeable about something. Technology, for instance. Like, when me and my girl looked for a fucking lawnmower, I went out and searched what the fuck makes a lawnmower good. Why the fuck would you need to know that in any other situation? But I went out and learned why this lawnmower is better than this lawnmower. Or the speaker monitors I have. What makes these speaker monitors good? And I went on a whole journey figuring out speaker monitors. You want it to have a very flat, neutral, realistic response. The drivers that are inside that makes it sound good. The acoustic treatment on the wall, all the reflections that you don't want if you're trying to master a sound. The sound triangle, you want your speakers to be the same distance apart that they are from your ear. And I still remember a lot of that shit. Shit that I would have no reason to know other than, hey, I want to set up a system where I can EQ my beats and shit in songs and make it sound very good. So I have knowledge about all that shit that I wouldn't if I didn't have the internet. I would have to go, back in the day, I would have to go to an audio engineering school or learn from somebody with experience about that. But through the power of Google and me being psychopathic about my research for weeks at a time, especially if I'm buying some shit that's expensive, I'll just learn a vast amount of shit that I shouldn't, well, I ain't gonna say shouldn't, but shit that I wouldn't otherwise know without Google. So,
Hey, Lord.
so shit like that I know more, like having fucking Astro headphones. What makes these shit so good, and why would you pay $300 for these shits and all that? I research headphones, drivers, all kind of shit like that. So for me, at least, technology, the shit that I research, I retain a lot of it that I only know about because of the internet. Mixing board I have, the microphone, this webcam that I'm using, what makes this better than most webcams, where to find it, prices. I mean, I just think overall we're smarter because we just have more access to shit. And I think it's a choice of what we choose to retain, what we, like we all said, what we deem is most important. Because if you find something important enough, you'll remember the shit most likely.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah, I think the pros outweigh the cons for sure. I just thought it was just an interesting thing to dive into.
Yeah, like I said, EMP, the old heads got it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, what the fuck we gonna eat, man? Y'all stupid as fuck. Y'all don't know how to. Y'all don't know how to. Look at all this. Look at all this. We just see woods. We're like, what the fuck? I don't see nothing to eat, bro. See no Burger King.
You better get some dry beans and rice.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. And then binge like what you like with fitness. You can Google, look up whatever. You can learn from experience. There's multiple ways to learn this shit. But by going online, you say, hey, I want to be a big motherfucker. How do I do that? Right now, we have more access than ever to figure out how to do so. More than ever. And then a lot of that shit we retain. Like, motherfucker, eat a lot of protein. Some people debate the amount of protein, but nonetheless, everybody agrees you should have a decent amount of protein in your diet if you want to get bigger. 50 years ago, that might not have been so apparent.
I got a homeboy that eats 400 grams of protein a day.
Bro, what the fuck? You know he's shitting all day.
Bro, I think he's 260 pounds. Big, fat, stinking, nasty motherfucker. Yeah, he says he's eating fucking 400 grams of protein a day. I was like, bro, you gotta be shitting bricks all day.
How do you even get that much protein in? How?
Apparently 3 steaks will get you pretty much ahead of the game in that category. A couple protein shakes, chicken breasts, and then you're there.
That's a fucking lie, dude.
He's a funny dude, man. He said if he dropped to Phil Heath's weight, then he would look like Phil Heath. But anyways, that's whatever.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
He's been lifting 6 months now.
Do he look different though?
No, he's still fat.
Damn, man. He ain't made no
he started
gains,
280.
Man. You said
what?
what?
I mean, he started 280. Now he's 260. I mean, he's still fat. But I mean, yeah. He's like, bro, I want to get down to 240, move like Phil Heath. Whatever.
240? Hell no, now if he's still a little fat at 260.
That's what he believes, bro.
Well, you better cut about 60 more.
Hey, glory to God.
But yeah, that is interesting.
So,
more stupid.
On this topic, I know we're talking about generations and how generations are different. Would you say there's a separation between, I guess, people our age and someone that's in high school now? Mm-hmm. Is there a huge gap between, I guess, how we use the internet?
Shit, I don't know.
I don't know about how we use it, but I've been around some people that are like teen years. Yep. Man, I mean, it's a small sample size, but if you want to use them as reference, they're pitiful because they've never known a life without the internet.
That's I was about to say that. We should feel kind of special. We're like the first generation that remembers life before the internet.
Mm-hmm. We're kind of like in between.
Oh, go ahead.
I mean, I was just saying that we're kind of like on that in between, where we're kind of raised without a lot of technology, and then kind of like when you got older, shit started like blew up for real.
Even though technology has been progressing ridiculously in the past 100 years or so, I feel like we were born like right at the eclipse of a boom. Like it's motherfucker, we talking about clones and shit now. But yet we can still remember rotary phones and shit. Like we can still remember that. Like my coworkers were talking about that, older technologies.
I mean, if you look at it, the internet's only like 20 or 21 years old, the modern internet that we know today, so it's not really that old. And so we're kind of like at the age now where we can still grasp like new technology pretty easily, but I guess we'll not forget the fucking rotary phones and the simple shit like fucking Super Nintendo.
Motherfucker, we were here before cell phones, and now they just exist. Like we were here before that shit. Commercial cell phones, if motherfuckers
Yeah.
want to be
Well, yeah. I know
iPhone
Apple
1
had
and the
a cell phone,
PDA.
like,
yeah.
like 88, 80. I think they had one in 82.
Oh, they had those big ass bricks cell phones and shit a long
Yeah,
time
you
ago.
had to
But
come
yeah,
a
but I
book
mean,
bag with it.
as far
Yeah,
as
my
the
mama had one. The
yeah,
hell is that,
phones
man?
that
Granny had
phones
one
that
in the
you
Cadillac.
Hell yeah, she did. Didn't never work though, but she had one.
You know what I found amazing? She was the first person I knew that had an automatic garage opener.
Same here. I didn't know that shit exists.
That's crazy. Like, you know, so we could still, because like I was saying, my coworkers, they were, you know, talking about stuff, and I was by far the youngest one. And we were talking about stuff that we remember. I was like, yeah, I remember net zero and all that shit. All the
Hell
dial up.
yeah.
dial-up internet. Fool.
Get off
And
the
we
phones.
actually
Get
have
off the internet so I can use the
Use
phone.
the phone. Yep.
Yeah, what? Man, you be trying to download some music or something, somebody make that call and fuck up your whole download, man.
Fucking
We
using Netscape
actually,
to do your searches.
yeah, we have an event that actually goes hand in hand with that this Friday at work, where they're doing generational diversity, because they recognize, you know, that there's a big gap in between, you know, a lot of our population is 50 and up. And then there's like a gap where there's a few 30 and 40-year-olds in there, and then everybody else is like younger.
Yep.
So they're trying to help everybody, expose everybody to each side of technology and all that kind of thing. So I suspect a lot of different companies are going through that, you know, in a corporate environment where you got older people that's set in their certain ways, and then you got young people coming up. It's like, hey, yo, times have changed, yo. Like wearing slacks and a tie, a piece of fabric around your neck to signify that you're important somehow. You know what I'm saying? Like younger generation, especially us, like, I mean, we understand it, but the younger generation are like, bro, I ain't wearing no damn tie. What the fuck am I wearing that for? Jeans and a t-shirt, nigga. And
Clean shaven.
Yeah, and I'll out-program your ass. So it's like they're trying to help each side understand, you know, each generation. I mean, we came at a very interesting time. We were born, in my opinion, at a perfect time as far as technology is concerned.
To kind
I
of
think so.
piggyback what you were saying, this will be my last kind of input as far as questions. You guys ever see yourself being old men? Like, obviously you get old in age, but I mean being an old man, like these damn kids and that new technology. I mean, I can't see it. Like, old people now don't want to use an iPad or Netflix or something. I don't understand that.
I was thinking about, like, damn, especially in the black community, I was like, our old school jams are gonna be back that ass up. And whoa, they like that's gonna be our old like you know how older people look at our shit like, they ain't no music. What the fuck are they talking about? And now even us, we hear like Young Thug and shit. We like, what the fuck is he saying? But that's what's hot right now. But we still young enough to still fuck with it to some degree. You know what I'm saying? So that I was thinking about that in terms of music. How interesting that's gonna be, that our old school joints are, you know, like back that ass up and we
White
ready
tee.
for war and shit. Pastor Troy.
It's going down.
Yeah, like I was like, we're gonna have some pretty outrageous songs that we thought were just so fucking awesome, and we may still think they awesome. So it's like, can they get much more cruder than what we've heard musically so far? Offensive? Like, will they be talking about, I'm gonna rape your ass in the hook? Like, is that gonna be what it turns to? And
Bro,
that's gonna be
Migos
like,
said it. I think Migos said it. Who said it? It was somebody that said, I'm going to give Halle Berry a baby and no one can stop me.
Yo.
Nigga, that's rape, bro.
That's what I was thinking. I mean, I think we'll still continue to be amazed by technology as we have been thus far. Like GameCube, and then cell phones, and fucking internet, then fucking videos on the internet, then the quality, you know, they're already up to 4K, and I've heard there's actually 8K TVs out there, but ain't nobody got no damn content to display in that, besides film industry that may have the technology to do that, but then at the same time, they say 70 millimeter and old school looks more phenomenal to a degree, so there's this kind of jumble up there. So I think we'll still continue to be amazed as fucking technology, but I can't see us falling out of touch? I think that's the real question. As far as being old, will we ever become out of touch with technology?
Yeah,
And
I
I
just can't
think
see it.
we may be the first generation that just keeps on going.
That's what I mean. I think to go along with what we were saying, how we were that perfect transition to where we got eased into it, to where we can accept technology as it goes so fast because we knew the life before it, but we got integrated at just the right time when we were young, to where we're not going to see anything and be like, I don't understand this new technology, these fucking kids and their damn Goku instant transmission, go from South Carolina to California.
Back in my day, we had to get in a fucking car and ride, bitch.
I
just
think
can't see
unless
it.
something as significant as the internet comes around, I guess the next 10, 15 years, yeah, we're probably like the best generation for as far as technology growth.
That's something that could happen though. Like if we figure out
Very
time
possible.
travel to a degree or instant teleportation. Let's not even say time travel. Just how to get from here to there. We know how to get your whole molecular structure somewhere else quickly and safely. Can't travel through time yet, but you can walk through this portal and be at Benji house like, yeah, man, I got the portal set up. Come on through. And I can walk through my shit and just be in his house. And then we might be annoyed, and then because like they ain't holding up maintenance on the roads and shit, and we just like, man, I just want to ride in a car, bruh. Like on some old school, like that might be looked at as old school shit. Like what the fuck? Why would you get in a car and take an hour to get to work when you could just walk through and get to work? And we might be like, bruh, please take care of the roads, donate. Old niggas just like to get in the car and ride. We like the power. We like our systems. You know what I'm saying? That might become some old school shit. Like them niggas still riding in cars, man. They whack.
We're gonna be outdated as
in
fuck,
the car. Yeah.
What's a fucking turbo?
Yeah. Like that'll be
Could be.
weird as shit, but it's possible. It's possible.
Well,
you know, the young bucks laughing at you, pulling up to the picnic in the car. What the
I
fuck?
will say
No parking and shit.
draw the line.
No more drive-throughs.
Now, while you're talking about that, I was thinking, if the internet goes into your brain, if they start being intrusive and trying to integrate information with your, like my old man, I'm like, I'll stick with it on the computer and my phone. They're like, nah, man, just get it in your brain. What are you doing?
I don't want that old crazy shit in my brain.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
That'd
Google.
be crazy. You can't even think freely then. You can't even think like a negative thought because everybody will know what the fuck you thought.
Thought
Like,
police.
wow, that's a bitch ass nigga that just came in the room. Oh shit. Hey, what's up, man? Like, nah, bro, I heard it. Technology is gonna be very interesting. How far we go.
It's kind of scary though, how intrusive it might become in the next, few years.
I've been saying they trying to set it up with social media, man. They making us real comfortable. A lot of people, at least, real comfortable with putting your information out there without them having it extracted.
Mm-hmm.
Most people give updates of what they doing, where they at, what they like, what they buying at all times. They're getting us really comfortable with that shit.
It's quite
Apparently,
scary.
I don't know if it's Google or I think it was Google. They're talking about the next big thing that they're doing that they're not talking about yet is basically an overlay for your life through a contact lens. Because they had Google Glass and that kind of flopped. Nobody really bought into that too much.
Man,
some people checked it out, but they're talking about contact lenses that have computer processors in them somehow. And it's like an overlay on your life.
We'll stop.
Boy, I'm scared this shit gonna blow up in my eyeball. Be blind.
I'll buy that motherfucker now.
Yeah.
If it came out tomorrow, I'd buy that bitch tomorrow. Just because I'm young enough. If my eye blow up, I still got long enough to live. I think I'd be straight. If it came out when I was like 40, I'd be like, hell nah, man, that shit weird.
Man, let me get them glasses though. In case something malfunction. I'm surprised people didn't buy into it. I didn't even know did it already become available for purchase and all that?
Yeah, I think it's like coming and going. There just wasn't a market for it right now, apparently.
Yeah, because I think that'd be dope.
It's like if someone's wearing Google Glass and you're talking to somebody, it's like kind of intrusive to like the whole freedom of speech thing because someone's basically just kind of recording your whole conversation. We were kind of turned off by that.
Augmented
Also, they may have
reality has
discovered
so
that
many
there
potential. Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
they may have discovered there are issues with it or something. They just kind of swept the project under the rug until maybe they're ready to bring out something else. There might have been
Probably
something
give people
fucked up with your
cancer.
eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, augmented reality could be so awesome though. Like the examples that some people showed, and I think we had talked about this briefly. Like, for instance, if you're trying to fix your car's engine, and they could do an overlay showing you
Hmm.
exactly what to touch, exactly what to twist through your glasses, and it automatically lines up that shit. Oh my god, that could change. That could
That should be
change
cool.
even 911 calls. Like, hey, I don't know what to do. This person's hurt. How do I help them? They could
Yep.
show you an overlay. All right, press the stomach right here. Put the highlight where you need to do it. Turn them over on your side. Like that could change for the
Everything.
better. That could change a lot of things.
Yep.
Even stupid shit like playing Tetris on the wall, because you can see it and play it.
Hmm.
Hell, let's talk about some real shit. Pokemon, nigga. Put on glasses. You could catch Pokemon augmented reality. You put your glasses on, and you gonna look crazy than a motherfucker, but you can still see regular people, so you don't hit nobody. But you be like, damn, man, they got motherfucking Charizard over there, man.
That's well, Pokemon Go is apparently coming. It's
Yeah,
augmented reality on your phone, but
yeah.
not quite to the degree that we're still talking about.
Actually, Pokemon does have like this feature to where you have to go to a certain location to get like certain Pokemon, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's the
Yeah.
Pokemon Go. It's coming out later this year, I think.
That shit's weird as fuck. It's like, bro, I ain't got money like that. Like, what the fuck? But apparently, I guess people can like trade and shit like that overseas and whatever, blase, blase. But it's kind
Yeah,
of cool though. I actually thought about getting it.
it's free. It'll be a free app when it comes out.
Aw, shit. Well, give me
Boy,
a
in the
fucking Pikachu
bag.
and kill it.
In the bag.
But of course, all free-to-play stuff has some sort of incentive, or else
Yeah.
they wouldn't offer it for free. So it'll probably be like 99 cents for 5 Pokeballs or something like that.
I'm about to say, yeah, you can't hold but 5 Pokemon for free.
Hmm.
And then for everyone after that, you have to, have to add $1.
Yep.
It don't matter. I'm gonna pay $10 so I can have 10 Pokemon. It don't matter either way.
Shit. You know what would be cool but dangerous as fuck? If they can make your drives more exciting. And I don't want to say scary because that could fuck people up. But like, if you could put on the glasses and like it have the real roads, of course you can see, but it'll have like a tunnel or a spacey vision, just like some kind of animated shit going on.
Yeah, you could just do acid and do that.
Nah, bruh. I'm about to say you can take off, bruh.
Just fucking shrooms, bro.
Bruh.
You'll see all
That
kinds of
is
shit.
See, when the glasses shit get too real, you can take them bitches off. Acid, boy, you gonna be trying to take off glasses and take your damn eyeballs out. You like, fuck. Oops.
Still didn't work.
Damn. Yeah, man. But just even like playing games or something, if you say, hey, man, I want you to check out this scenery or check out a house, even for real estate or some shit.
Hmm.
Instead of you physically going, you just, all right, you tune your glasses to whatever the fuck they got broadcasting. You can just sit at your house and they can walk around and you can view a house from your house. Just simple shit.
My phone has this weird feature. I guess you can do like a walk around a house. You can like, I guess it'll tell you to walk forward, and you can like press a side button, say you like you're taking a turn. And when you save it, in the end, somebody can just like do an actual walkthrough of the house and like look around each room. It's kind of fucking dope.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's just so much potential for technology.
Yeah, boy. Can't wait till get that contact lens though. I can't wait to get both of
Oh
them.
yeah, shit. I saw a video from shit. What's his name? Boogie29988. I think that's his name. But he had a HTC Vive, and it comes with 2 little boxes that you set up with the virtual reality headset. I'm not sure if it comes with the ear cups. I think it does, but I know it comes with the glasses for sure. And the remotes, he was saying, are pretty unique in the way you hold it. And he generally seemed like he was having a good experience, and that reminded me of the arcade experience. So virtual reality might be a little bit better than what people expected.
We'll see.
It might be.
I'm more excited about augmented reality myself in the short term.
Yeah, because you can kind of disconnect. I think the graphic, well, it depends on how the overlays look.
Yeah.
And I wonder when we're going to have, well, we already have holograms, but I wonder household holograms will be real. Even at Dave and Buster's, they have a game that has holograms. And I was like, oh, shit. Well, really, it's just them playing with glass. It has the glass and it has a laser, of course. I mean, that's what the fuck holograms are, though. But it's light hitting this glass a certain way where if you look in the case, you don't really see anything, but from the front, you see like it looks hollow. I don't even know how to explain it. It just looks 3D from the front, but it was very impressive, very cool, I thought. And this is at Dave & Buster's, so I wonder when we'll be at a point where we'll actually have displays that, you know, like a movie, fucking just pop up, and you can actually touch it and move it, and like a physical model to a degree that you can operate.
In our lifetime, I would say.
Yeah. Shit, they cloning goats, man. Cloning some people, they say.
Dave Chappelle.
Shit, man. So it's very feasible. That augmented reality would be cool for fighting games too, but two people might beat their ass for real. Like if you both have on glasses, and then you can have a legit fight, and then you could pick a character like Goku or some shit. Maybe put on pads or something, and have like a Dragon Ball Z Budokai or some shit, augmented reality. And possibly if you set up in a room, then you wouldn't have to physically touch the person. And they would see you as their character, and vice versa. It's just too many possibilities. Just a lot.
Indeed.
Just depends which way they figure out they want to go, and just go with it.
Shit, man.
We should know the next 5 years, really, or which direction they feel like going.
Yeah, I mean, we already got freaking, what do you call it, hoverboard and shit, even though it doesn't hover, technically. Even that's just an odd thought that we have electronic devices, wheels that you charge up and you can just ride around and just completely not walk. And
That's the laziest shit I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, man. I've been on one for a little bit. It was pretty fun, but you can bust your ass.
Yeah, that's why I haven't tried it.
Because when you see it, you seeing somebody that's probably fairly experienced with it. But when you get on it, it is pretty rocky. Like I was like, oh shit! It takes a little bit of getting used to.
So how did you step on? Is it self-balancing, like when you put your first foot on?
It depends on the quality.
Okay, that's what I figured. Yeah.
But most of them, you just kind of have to hop the fuck up there. You do it 1 foot at a time. You put your foot on there, and you have to make sure that foot is not on the hoverboard in a way that makes it move. The way if you lean forward, it'll move. Leave back. So once you get a nice even foot, then you put the other one up there. And standing still is actually harder. So that's why if you really look, most people that are on one kind of rock back and forth a little bit to keep the momentum. But if you have a really high quality one that has great friction on the wheels, then you can stand there straight up for the most part and not move too much. But unless you're paying $700 plus, you probably ain't getting one like that. So get on there, and then it's a bit more, at least the one I tried was a bit more loose than what I expected. I expected it to be a little bit more rigid as far as it staying upright, but it really rocks back and forth. So that's why I see a lot of people bust their ass on that shit very easily. Very easily. But overall, it's definitely a fun experience. Yeah, I gotta give it that. It's fun as fuck to ride. But there's some people that got comfortable, and they were like, "Oh, I got this shit," and they'll dance on it, and next thing you know, toward that ass up, broken arm, broken leg,
No.
all kinds of stuff snapped up, man.
You would have me in church like Miss Lucy.
Boy, hell that hell. And even simple shit like Fitbits to track health and everything, that's still kind of odd that we have stuff that can, to some extent, track your heart rate, your calories that you burn based on your heart rate throughout the day consistently. It can track time and all that. Biometrics, really. I studied a little bit of that in college. That's interesting as well. the fact that some companies now, you know, they're scanning your eyeballs to get in, fingerprints and all this kind of shit. So biometrics is scary, but nice potential as well. Like chips, I'm frightened of that shit, dude. Like they've already got this guy that had a chip implanted in his hand, and he fucking scans to get in to work and all this other shit. I was like, dude, they do that, I'm quitting, bro. Fuck that.
Nope. Nope. Leave my body alone unless I volunteer.
That we did talk about that, the negative side of technology. All this technology is great, but
intrusive
as fuck. Even the technology now to have microphones in everybody's room. Even now we're using fucking Google Hangouts. My guess is they probably have some fucking weird ass repository somewhere where they store a lot of this footage somewhere, even on YouTube, wherever.
Yep, probably has flashers that show up for certain words or markers. I mean,
yeah,
things that we said, things we're bringing up.
As far as like, I guess being monitored, so just in case you want to blow some shit up, it would be tracked.
Yep, you can always
they do that shit for videos, phone calls, all that shit. They look for like keywords, and if you say something stupid, they come roll you up.
Like, man, that's one caveat with technology. If you want to stay up to date, you're gonna be more and more on that fucking grid.
Yeah,
unfortunately,
exactly.
I mean, it just is what it is. Unless you're a super hacker, that's another thing. The hackers will always be ahead. Always. So, we'll see, man. Anyway, 10:35. This fucking game just came on, so I'm gonna go ahead and watch that and try to go to sleep. I don't know how feasible that's gonna be, but Golden State versus Portland. Golden State is up.
Fuck Golden State.
3-1.
I'm just fucking with you, bro.
Damn, my damn Google won't even work. Boy, what the fuck?
Who won the other game? Let's see.
Oh, Toronto and Miami.
Yeah, Toronto's up 10 with about 10 minutes left. Well, yeah, Toronto's winning by 4 with 21 seconds left. All them games been close. D-Wade got 20 points. That's it. That can't be right. They were just talking about him carrying the whole fucking team. Now he got 20 points. Where you at, though?
Where you at, though?
Luol Deng got hurt, though. I think it was 0 for 8 anyway.
Oh.
Luol Deng. He hurt his wrist or something like that. Yeah. And he had left and he's going to get x-rays.
God damn, man. All right, peoples. Closing on out. Any final words, B?
Peace.
Z?
Yeah, I don't have any social media, but I'll leave people with something that I was just thinking about when I was looking outside. You never really see a really large or a really small squirrel. You just see a squirrel. And that's
Get the hell out of here.
Yo.
Think about that when you're just watching nature. I've never seen a really big or really small squirrel.
I'll tell you what I did see. I saw a fucking cockroach the size of a damn tortilla chip the other day in Walmart. That motherfucker was this damn big. I said, God almighty.
God almighty.
I got skin with another owl, boy. Thing. I didn't know what that was.
Damn, boy. Couldn't even get what he needed for real, man.
Hell nah. I said, fuck that laundry detergent, boy. Wait.
Yo. Oh, snap. But yeah, once again, Optimum Nutrition. Go ahead, hit me up, man. I'm supporting y'all.
Crystal Geyser.
Shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Illuminati Squad. All day, every day. Until next time, man. Peace.